Welcome to Tuesday's live stream over at Peaks. I'm your host, Asai Shaun. Shaun in the booth. I'm here with Miss T.
Hi, everyone.
Miss T played with us last night at the 1-2 game. If you guys noticed her, she was on seat one, killed it last night. I think the last hand was pretty unlucky.
It
Other than that,
was. Yeah, it's a fun game, though.
it was a great game. A great game. So if you're ever in the Dallas area, you can make sure that you come by and you stop into Peaks. It's one of the nicer poker rooms located in downtown Dallas.
I'm going to correct you on that. Say it's the nicest.
The nicest.
There you go.
Before we get started, we're going to start here in about 6-7 minutes. How did you get started in poker, Ms. T?
I got started in poker when I was about 8 years old at the kitchen table.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, playing penny, nickel, dime kind of stuff. And then it just morphed into this.
You know, I feel like that's how a lot of people get started.
I think so, too, especially in my age category.
Yeah.
Then I just wandered in. One day I was passing by a bowling alley and they had a big sign that said free poker. And this has been maybe, 15 years ago or so, back when they first started playing in the bars and stuff. So I just kind of wandered in to see what it was all about. And I won the very first night I came in, and I was hooked ever since.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Wow. Could you imagine back in the day, like even during the bar poker days, that we would have an opportunity to play against real people for real money in Dallas? How cool is that?
Never would have imagined that was possible. I mean, I used to make that haul to WinStar, 3, 4, 5 times a week. And boy, is it nice to not have to make that drive.
Yeah. And what do you think about the casinos coming to what do you think about casinos coming to Dallas? You think that's a possibility?
I think with Mark Cuban and the people that he's partnered himself with, I think it's a very distinct possibility. Maybe not in the next 5 years, but I would say within 10, maybe. What do you think?
I don't. I'm pretty new to Dallas,
Mm-hmm.
right? I'm from Atlanta, so we don't have poker at all. We have to go all the way to Cherokee, North Carolina, on tribal land and play. So it's very similar, I guess, to the old way that Dallas was, Texas. I think we're a little behind. I hope it happens. It makes sense, right? Because with Mark Cuban's ownership and some of the Las Vegas people coming into town, I think that's a great opportunity. Dallas is already one of the most visited cities for a lot of things. You've got, the rodeo, and you've got the fair. There's so much going on in Dallas.
So much in Dallas.
It's just such a beautiful city, and it only makes sense to
have. It does, yeah. And if you drive up to WinStar, 95% of the license plates will be Texas in the parking lot there. Right. So why are we giving all of our money away, to Oklahoma?
No,
Bring it here.
That's a great point, right? We've got all this revenue going up there, supporting Oklahoma, when it probably needs to stay in Texas and really help the economy here.
Absolutely. So I think if anybody can get it done, though, Mark Cuban might be the one.
Our savior here in Dallas is Mark. So let's make that happen. But in the meantime, Peaks is probably the place to go. We've got a lot of promotions going on over at Peaks. I think they're doing, for the month of October, it's $1 a day for entry.
I mean, you can't beat that.
Oh, that's absolutely amazing, right?
Yeah.
And then for the year, right? You can buy a membership for the year, and I want to say it's. Let me double check.
Yeah, I'm gonna look here too.
It's $150 annual membership, $24 a month, right?
Yeah.
$8 daily for returning members, $1 for new players, and then 5 hours for $55. I mean,
that's fantastic.
And then 10 hours for $100, which is even better. So it's $10 an hour to rent a seat and play over at Peaks.
Yeah. Well, I already loaded up my time, and I've got my yearly membership, so
that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm in on all of that.
The hosts here are fantastic as well. Very attentive. They're really good. Pizza. We need to stop talking about this pizza because it seems like everybody talks about this pizza. Pizza's great.
So good though for $10.
Right.
Yeah.
Today's lineup is pretty cool. We've got Chase, Mac, the villain, billionaire Brad is there today. A couple of new faces that you may not have seen before, but everybody's probably buying in for roughly $1,000. The stream's going to start here in about 2 minutes.
All right, I'm looking forward to this. So, when it comes to the dealer's choice, how many options do they have on selecting a game for that?
That's a great question. For the dealer choice games, we're only doing flop games. So,
okay,
Omaha 8, Congress or Big O.
Okay.
It's same game, different names in Texas or in Dallas. And then obviously double board, bomb pots,
Sure.
Hold'em. So they have the choice of the limit being capped as well, and as well as the
table has a choice.
The dealer has the choice. Once the dealer button lines up with
who's ever
the DC button, they have the choice they can limit the game.
Gotcha.
Or they can play uncapped PLO.
Okay. Fantastic.
Yeah. So.
Well, you are on your own on commentary on all those games. I'll tell you that.
Are you not a fan of those games?
No expert analysis over here. I'm the fun side of the commentary.
All right, we'll see how this goes. And I enjoy doing the strategy. So if I go too deep in the strategy, let me know. I'm happy to pull back from some of that. We've got some bios. I'll go over some of the players and how they got into the game, and how they started. I've had great conversation with a lot of them.
And I've had a lot of feedback that people that have watched the stream actually enjoy hearing the deeper explanations. So I think that's actually good. Because anybody can just sit here and say, okay, there's an ace, but to really kind of understand, I think people learn a lot if they're listening to someone on stream. So that's great.
Faizan. So we've got the chat's going on live, so we can see the chat as you talk or as you watch the game. So the cool part is we get to watch the game together. So Faizan used to live in Dallas. He's back in New Jersey. Used to play a lot of Hold'em out here. Great guy, very fun to play with. So it's great to have you, Faizan. So glad you're watching. If you're watching outside of Dallas, let us know. Let us know where you're from. We'll give a shout out to you. If I played with you before, Miss T has played with you before, let us know as well.
All right, looks like we're ready to get going here.
Yeah, so there's a couple other rules too. So we're playing a couple other games involved here. We're playing the continuous knit game. So that means, hey, Poker Monkey, great playing with you last night.
Hi, Poker Monkey.
We're playing the continuous knit game, so everybody gets a knit button.
They have one lammer. They can one lammer.
And once the knit button, the loser of the knit button has to pay $45.
And immediately after the splash pot, then it'll start over immediately. It'll go right into another.
It'll go right into another.
So it just keeps going the whole night. Okay.
Yep.
So do we need to explain how that works for those that don't know? Or
all you have to do is win a hand and show a hand, and then you get to get rid of your knit button.
And the key there is you must show your hand.
You must show your hand.
You cannot turn in your knit button if you've not shown your cards. So sometimes people get excited, they win, they forget to turn them up, and then they do not get to release their knit buttons. So that's kind of an important part of it.
Misty's from Anson, Texas. Is that right? I'm new. So where's Anson at?
I am not familiar with Anson.
Oh, Misty, you got to help us out. But she's here to cheer on Mac. Mac is our lovable teddy bear. Probably a little more wrinkled than than teddy bears you're used to at home. But Mac's our lovable guy in seat 4.
We had a blast with Mac last night.
Yeah,
for sure.
He's fun. Mm-hmm. Mac's one of those characters that if he's got $1 in and he's not broke in his pocket, he's gonna hunt. He's gonna defend his guys.
Yes.
He's not gonna let.
Would that be a little bit of the pot calling the kettle black there?
I just enjoy Mac so much. I want to give Mac as much money for his retirement as possible.
There you go. Okay, so Misty says she's near Abilene, so that is in Texas.
And Mac is your dad? Oh my gosh!
Oh wow, amazing!
I called him daddy twice last night, Missy.
He did, I think more than twice.
Yeah,
actually.
I think he was my daddy a few times last night. So, great player, great guy. Misty, you're very, very lucky to have a dad like Mac.
Indeed, nice guy.
Great guy. So you see the phones and the watches being put away. So we have a table out just outside the stream. They can go check their phones outside the stream, but they can't have phones and watches. I think that was a Mike Postle kind of era situation. I don't know if you remember that.
Yes, but and also you just don't want to have any chances of anybody trying to cheat at all.
Yeah,
or,
it corrupts the game when we've got people cheating.
So just keep everybody on the up and up. Not that anybody would, try to cheat, but their friends get excited and send them something, a text or something, and we just don't want any of that.
So now the dealers were drawn for who gets the button. Looks like seat 1 gets the button. And now we're going to play a double board bomb pot. So double board Omaha, $10 to play, $300 cap.
300 cap.
Yeah, a little bit different from last night. I think last night the 1-2 is 200 cap.
200, yes.
5, 200. Yeah. So it's 10,
so
300.
While they're kind of getting this together, you want to go over the players real quick, or?
Yeah, we've got Brad in seat 1. Okay. Brad is been around poker for a long time in Dallas. We got Will from Las Vegas in seat 2. He's been here about a year and a half. Mac is obviously Misty's dad. He's been around here for about 142 years. In seat 5, we've got Chris. And seat 6, we got. Let's see.
It looks like we don't have anybody in seat 5, actually.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Seat 6, we got.
So Larkin's in 6.
Yeah. Okay, obviously their names are Kim Jam-un. See, okay. These guys are getting really creative here. Well, we have to call them by their names, so understand that. So this is gonna be tough all night. You got to remember Kim Jam-un in 1, Will Straddle in 3, Max is in 4, Dude Maestro is in 6, Chase is in 7. Nate is in 8, and our villain is in 9.
All right, we'll do our best.
These names are going to be.
That's great. So Poker Monkey added in here that Mac is an interesting guy, that he's played cards with him several times now as well. And then Poker Monkey says he knows Brad as well. So he knows everybody. And then, of course, he knows the Maestro. Okay, so here comes the knit button. So that's the button they have to turn in when they win a hand.
In Kim Jong-un here, Kim Jong. God, what's his? This is gonna be tough.
This is gonna be tough. Can't we get a little side thing?
I know we need a little cheat sheet here of who's what. Kim Jam in seat 1. He's probably got the most dad jokes I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Kim Jam on that.
Okay, so let's do Kim Jam, Will Straddle, Mac, Dude Maestro. We got this. We got this.
Okay, we got it.
Nate is my friend from Arizona. Okay, Nate is in seat 8. I didn't even know Eric Anderson had friends, so that's pretty cool. So here we go for the first hand double board bomb pot. Who'd you put money on to win tonight? What do you think?
Oh, gosh. I am not familiar with a number of these players, so that's actually pretty tough for me.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly don't know how to respond to that. Not familiar enough with any of their play. Ask me halfway through, and then, of course, I'll have a huge advantage at that point. But
so with Omaha, 4-card Omaha, you double pair suited would be great, or connected suited would also be great. Gives you more options to hit two cards. In Omaha, you have to play 2 cards. Some people get that confused with Hold'em, where you can walk away with just 1, but you have to play 2 in Omaha. So right now, we're all the players are trying to find the reader. These cards are RFID if they get bent or damaged. they could get hurt. The and then they're expensive cards, so we want to make sure that they don't get damaged. So they're a little tough to deal, a little tough to look at. So it does take some time on the Omaha hands to look at all these cards. Brian, you're asking if there's Eric tonight. We want Eric to play. Actually, Eric is what we call the Joker. So we are trying to get him to play. If the seat remains unavailable, I'm going to ask that Eric step in. He's great for the game. No fear, Eric, for sure.
So I don't know if we're having a little technical difficulty, but we're not seeing any of the cards right now. I think we need to let Eric know that, or is it just going to take a minute to catch up?
We're just waiting for the cards to be read.
Okay.
So they're going to read it.
We love these live streams too, Gerardo. They're a lot of fun.
Player that just stepped into seat 5 is Michael Gonzalez. A little bit about Mike. He owns a mariachi band. Mariachi Mike, actually.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Yeah. So if you ever need a mariachi player for one of your events, make sure that you come see Mariachi Mike.
Keep it in the family.
He played at our wedding. It was absolutely beautiful.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was one of the most interesting weddings we've had. They're throwing cheese down as we walked out. It was pretty cool. It was a Hispanic wedding. Well, Hispanic themed.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Looks like we might start to see the cards now, so that's a good thing.
Will folded, and Max got the 9-7-3 deuce. This is not Congress or 08. This is actually just a regular game. But Mac raised it to 270. He essentially capped it. And then Nate called the 300. Oh, Mac flopped the straight on the top board. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nate is holding the same hand.
Yeah, they're about 50-50 here.
Yeah. And they might chop the bottom unless one of the two hit a pair. Nate's got the advantage here, so we'll see what happens.
Usually takes a minute when we get going on these streams to get all the cards to be showing and everybody's voice level's good. And so y'all have to let us know if we're yelling at you or you can't hear us or.
Geraldo, this is a double board PLO. So we look like Mac has the top board and so does Nate. And we're going to see who gets the bottom board. It's going to chop the bottom board too.
Overall, the game, though, is going to be 1-3, 1-3 hold'em. So just a bomb pot at every dealer change.
Yeah, we're going to do a bomb pot, a splash pot, like a flip, and then the hold'em hand. So every dealer change, bomb, splash, hold'em.
Okay. So splash is just a random, let's just do it.
4 card, run it out.
Yeah.
Let's go. Kind of helps the loser equal out some of their equity.
Gotcha.
On previous hands.
All right. So if they ever branch out and do any kind of deuce 7 or any crazy things like that?
I love deuce to 7.
Yeah.
And we can't do any draw games.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. Like 7 deuce if you win with 7 deuce.
No, there's no prop games yet.
No props, okay.
We've already got a lot going on.
Yeah.
And this game is probably already going to be super, super wild if we do that.
yeah, of course.
Man, so we've got quite a lot of viewers watching us tonight. So if you're new to the stream, give us a shout. Let us know where you're at. Um, let's play a game. What do you guys think about it? Let's play a little. Let's play a little side bet with all of our viewers. So, one, you have to stick until the end of the stream.
Okay.
And all of us have to vote for the same person. So, out of my own pocket, I'm going to give away 5% of whatever they win for the night.
Whatever who you picks win.
Whatever we pick as the viewers and the host and everybody else. So, if you're watching right now, type in the person that you think is going to be the biggest winner of the night. You got until about 7:30 to type this in.
Okay.
Type in the player that you think will be the biggest. If everybody votes on that same player, the majority wins. I'll give away 5% of whatever they win tonight.
And when you say give away, give it away to where?
Well, we're going to draw one of the people,
the viewers.
One of the viewers.
Okay.
If you're still in,
all right.
We'll give you that 5%.
Okay.
All right, Misty says Mac. We got one for Mac.
Well, we knew Misty was
yeah,
come on,
that's
Mac.
a little biased, Misty, but we're good for it.
All right,
I
so
like
we've got a question here again. Who's all playing? So we might want to review that one more time since we're adding this little wrinkle here. Okay,
Kim,
go ahead.
Kim Jam, Will. I gotta wait till this clears off. Kim, Will, Mac, Mickey, Dude, Chase, Nate, and our villain.
So Dude is also, he goes by Maestro a lot, so Dude is Dude Maestro.
I gotcha.
Yeah. I like Mac's style, so I don't have any problem going with Mac. But I do also like the Maestro's style. So I'll reserve my vote till we see what some of the others want to do. But I would probably go with one of those two. But that may also be because I'm more familiar with both of their games. So.
All right, we dodged that. So we got to dodge other votes now.
We got Javier in seat 2. Javier's a regular at Peaks.
Oh, my God. The nut flush straw and 5 full.
So Dude just won that with 5s full. So that was just a flip. So now we're in Hold'em, and we're gonna play a Hold'em DC. The DC button will be in the middle. All right. So far we got Mac as the lead. Vivian says Mac. Brian says Mac.
Mm-hmm.
Ilya says votes on the straddle. Monkey says Larkin. All right.
So they want us to go by the name. So when he says Larkin, that would be Dude Maestro.
Dude Maestro.
Yeah. All right, so here we go. Real game now. So we're doing 1-3 with a $1,000 capped buy-in.
So the Nick game started, and the DC button's in the middle, that little yellow cube that you see. To get to choose a game, whoever wins this hand will start.
Oh, okay.
As the
That's
button,
how they decided
button
the
meets
first
the
one.
DC, boom, that's when the
Yes.
DC game starts.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, so let's see what we
Dude
got.
Maestro is the only one that has a flush draw, but who has a 3? Nobody's. Ooh, our villain has a 3.
He does.
So this might get real interesting, real big. And Nate's just firing out here with ace high flush. So he's hoping to go runner here.
Yeah, back door.
So there's a $15 bet, and we got 3 callers.
So Maestro, he's already got the flush draw.
And I think
second nut flush draw, but
our villain just mashes that boat
yes,
on the turn.
Didn't
We
he?
know about
Wow.
boats on the turn, don't we? Yeah, exactly. That's right, Miss T. You hit a boat, a monster boat on the turn and got paid. Absolutely ridiculous.
I will plead the fifth on that.
And this is the right play by our villain. He needs to just call here, and get both of these players in. And dude just folded the flush. The second
the heart
flush
comes
draw.
in. He's going to be.
Oh yeah.
Maestro's going to have a tough go now with a king high flush.
Yeah, and Nate has to continuation bet there because
I'm sorry. Maestro must have folded.
Maestro folded that
my
one.
Bad.
Yeah, and it's probably a great fold because
yes,
it wouldn't have worked.
Because he'd be in a tough spot now for sure.
And we know
my bad. I missed that he folded.
Yeah, and
sorry
we know that
that
Nate can't call here, but he's in Hollywood a little bit.
Yeah.
The little yellow dot next to each name shows that they actually have a knit button, so that's what that means.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. That's good to know.
So I think the vote's in. I mean, we got Mac to win. So
all right, let's just do it.
One of our viewers we're gonna randomly select one of your viewers to get 5% of Mac's earnings tonight. So Mac, you don't know it, buddy, but a lot of people are counting on you.
That's right.
So just make sure you're here for the stream. A random time during the stream, we're gonna select one of the people watching to get the 5%.
Nice.
We'll add it to our little randomizer app on our phones here and see who wins.
So you hear Eric there just reiterated what we mentioned before on how the knit game is played. All right, so let's see what we got going here.
Yeah, our villain, he is probably maybe the only pro at the table here. So you'll notice him raising a lot more. So if he's coming in, he's coming in for a raise.
Okay.
Nate, I don't know much about Nate, but Nate is one of Eric's buddies.
The one from Minnesota, yes.
From Minnesota.
Yes.
So he seems to play quite a bit of hands, and he's probably got pretty good range.
Right now got the best of it. Let's see what the flop brings.
That ace might slow people down.
I would think so.
But villain will probably go ahead and bet again. Yeah, he bet 30.
Okay, Nate has pair 4, so he's hanging in there.
Now, when the second ace peels off, Nate's got to feel pretty good about his hand.
Yep.
I mean, one, it's hard to make a pair, and when the board double pairs, it's fine.
Yeah, way less likely.
Yeah,
he's got an ace.
And an ace is never going to allow a flush to come through, right? So Nate's got to feel really, really solid about his hand right now. And went check.
Point.
And Nate's going to drag in a $120 pot here with a pair of 4s.
Okay, so he got to turn in his knit button, so that's good too.
So the loser of the knit button has to pay, if the table's full, it has to pay $45 for a splash hand, the next hand. So Eric's saying that Nate's pretty aggressive. So I'm looking forward to that. I mean, I'm kind of getting juiced up. I wish I was there at the table playing.
I know you do.
Chase has got suited cards. You know, he's going to provide some action in the under the gun here. I would have liked to see him come in for a little bit of a raise instead of a flat. But Our villain again raises. If he's in a hand, he's going to open before he comes in. He's not really going to come in cheap.
Well, you got to like a little suited connector like that, though, too.
I think if our villain kind of let out here, he would probably have the hand. If he doesn't bet here, I'd be surprised.
Yeah, because we really got kind of a bunch of nothing going on there.
But Mariachi Mike goes ahead and leads out and stabs and takes the pot. He's going to show his nit button. And that's the thing. I mean, this nit game is going to open up the range. You could either have the nuts or nothing.
Yes.
It does change the dynamic. I mean,
absolutely. The fact that you have to even show the cards changes the dynamic, too.
Right,
yeah.
right. I mean, do you want to show bad hands and then maybe tighten up a little bit later? What would your strategy be behind that?
My strategy on that is never really show unless you feel like you're under somebody's skin, and by showing them, you really get under their skin.
Oh wow! So you want to show for the needle?
Exactly.
Wow.
But aside from that, I'm like, no, always keep them guessing. But yes, I am not beneath showing a little needle. All right, so what do we got?
Ricky, you know what? Indian told me on Sunday night that he was going to be here, and he's not here. But I think for some reason, I don't think Indian wakes up until like 10 p.m. or something. I don't know. So I'm gonna have to give Indian some lip service. Right. It's $1,000 max, Poker Monkey. Not match the stack tonight. It's $1,000 max.
All right, so we got an ace jack here off with our villain. Queen 9 suited for chase.
I mean, look at the 4-bet from our villain.
Yeah.
210. I mean, Nate's going to have to call a monster hand. And he knows he's live, but he knows he's not good.
Suited, it might be a little more tempting.
Absolutely.
But off suited,
absolutely.
It's pretty tough.
And the nit button gets erased. I mean, this nit button might go quick. This net games might go really quick.
It's going fairly quickly already.
And our villain also has the dealer's choice button.
Ah, yes. I keep forgetting about that.
Hey, Ricky, how are you doing? Ricky usually plays the 1-3 game as well.
This one?
Yeah. The 1-3 stream game. Mm-hmm. If it's the same Ricky I'm thinking about. I'm glad you're watching, buddy.
Been doing a lot of streams here at Peaks. They're a lot of fun and fun to watch.
You know, they're streaming every day. You know, we got OFC's game on Thursday. We've got some Omaha on Friday. And Peaks got must be $10,000 worth of gear, $15,000 worth of gear, and the fact that they're using it the way they are, it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's great.
Our villain opens again. You know, he does not have the nit button anymore because he showed the ace jack. I'm not sure why it's in front of him, but maybe he
did show. You're right.
And he flops 2 pair versus a flush draw, I think. So this might get real nasty.
Could get very nasty. Plus, they both have jacks, which are top pair just to begin with.
Right.
Then one with a flush draw and one with 2 pair. Yeah.
It's really hard to get out of.
Yes.
And there's a check raise here from my villain. He calls that. So now we both got 2 pair, right?
Wow.
All in insta call.
Of course. I mean, who's going to fold either one of those hands?
He's free rolling to the river. And villain hits a boat. Villain hits a boat, or no.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Now.
Chop it up.
He saved it.
Chop it up. The river saved him.
Maestro got
It could have gone both ways.
Time. Wow. Dude, Maestro. Living right, I guess.
Oh my gosh. And you could just see the look on Maestro's face when he flipped over the hand. He really thought there was a chance there to get that hand.
So we just got a little message here from Eric that they're going to actually start streaming doubleheaders on Sunday. Wow. So I'm not. It didn't really indicate exactly which games, but and Poker Monkey's asking which games, so maybe he'll respond.
All right, guys. Remember today we're giving away 5% of whatever Mac earns tonight. So at the end of the night, we're going to look at the stats. If you've earned that, we're going to ask you guys to type in your name. Could be your screen name, is fine. We're going to add you to the randomizer wheel, and we're going to give away 5% of max earnings to our viewers. So if you got a viewer that's a buddy and a friend, and make sure that they get on to the chat and type their name in. We're going to try to blow the viewers up to 100 here if we can.
So isn't there something where we need to click like or something if you're watching?
Yeah, if you're watching, make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe to Peaks.
Subscribe, yes.
Yep.
All right, so let's see what we've got going on here. Boy, no pre-flop raise on this.
No pre-flop raise with pocket pairs. I mean, look how many pocket pairs we've got. We've got 2 pocket pairs. There's no pre-flop.
Wow.
Geraldo, it'll be paid out in a way that we can contact you and get paid out. So I'm going to give you my my email address or my Instagram, and we can connect on a private DM, and we'll get paid out. So subscribe to comment, and make sure that you're subscribing on both the YouTube and Facebook. Like the Facebook page. Subscribe to our YouTube page. Javier with the pocket 2s is going to looks like a re-raise there, Miss T.
Sure does. And one of the deuces was dead. I saw somebody fold a deuce previously, so there is just one live at this point.
And Max holding 2 pair.
Yeah, 2 pair. I doubt he's going anywhere.
But look at Nate's hand. Nate's open ended, right?
Oh,
he's
yeah,
up and down
the pocket
straight.
8s. Yes, indeed.
And this might be the big pot here, guys.
8 of clubs too, so that's got a back door there with the
Mac
flush.
puts it all in. Misty, I hope Daddy makes some money for you tonight, because he's in a world here right now.
Mac's famous phrase last night was, "It's only money."
Looks like Nate's cutting out chips to call. Will you call there? Was it open-ended?
I would absolutely call there.
Absolutely. I agree with you. I would absolutely call. If I've got more money in my pocket, I'm calling, because you don't really get chances like this.
You don't.
We know that Javier is going to fold. He has to fold. 2s are no good in this spot.
Of course.
So it's going to be Nate and Mac. And Max has just got to hold. Mac's in for about $700. Nate calls. This pot could be almost $2,000. Oh, my gosh. Nate folds.
Wow.
I did not see that coming at all.
I mean, because he had the 8s there to kind of block that
Mac
straight.
shows the button. And Nate probably feels good that it's folded, but man, you got the blockers too, the straight.
Wow, I am surprised by that, I have to say. Particularly just being that only the flops come out. If it was on the turn, you just have one more card coming, but I don't even think I could have gotten away from it then.
And you're probably going to get a run twice on a situation like that, right?
That's true too.
So maybe you run it twice?
Unless you got a crazy person like me that's just like Max Payne, one time only, always.
Yeah, Eric, I mean, we were surprised too that he folded. I mean, that's something Geraldo, you're right. He folded. I mean, that is crazy. I think a lot of our would you have called that? You guys, if you guys are watching, would you have called that?
Well, we got from Gerardo here. We've got a "he folded?" question mark or exclamation like he can't believe it.
Wow. At least call right twice, but you also he doesn't know Mac's image, right? Mac's an older guy. He looks pretty solid. Like he might be up against a set or even a flop straight.
That actually works for me a lot too. They look at
Just
the little
image?
old lady at the table, and it's like, no, she's not bluffing, or she, So there is absolutely
You can
something
play
to
your
be
image,
said
right?
for that.
Yeah.
Sure, of course, absolutely. Now, a lot of people already know me, so
Right.
but for newer, people that have not played with me,
You've
they
got a great table
they
image.
do not expect that from me, or some of the things that I do.
And look at this, Mac flops 2 pair. Man, I might end up paying out a lot of money tonight if Mac just keeps running the way he's running.
Oh, that hurts though.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
I mean, Jace just turned the nuts.
Yeah.
And Mac's going to lead out on a
Chase
really
and
bad.
Javier both have aces.
Yeah, but it's a really, really small bet.
Yeah, well, maybe Mac will boat up. I can't believe that. I bluffed you the first time.
Mac does
played,
boat
Eric.
up on the turn.
Oh, Mac. Holy cow. You better reach in your wallet.
Okay, you guys look at this twitch that Mac does with his chips. When he's got a hand and he verbally announces a bet, he's got a hand. And Javier has to call because he's got a straight. How do you put him on a boat?
Yeah. How in the world?
We got 2 callers there. Chase and Javier called. Mac scoops in another pot for $375 roughly. Man, run good.
Wow, run good. Big time, Mac. That was amazing. I mean, how do you get away from Broadway?
No, you can't get away from Broadway.
Not anytime the board's paired, it's a little scary, but still.
Yeah. And Matt's bet was such a great value bet.
Gerardo just put here, we're getting paid today, boys. And he also put earlier that Mac's always with caffeine.
All right. If we ended the stream now, how much are we getting paid? 5% of max earnings. Let's see how we're doing here.
So just real quick while you're looking there, I think Eric's calling me a liar here because he says I bluffed him the first time we played, and then right after that he puts and she showed. Before I said I don't show. So all right. So what are we at with Mac there?
Mac just made the chip counts updated 389. So we're looking at $20 for the winner. But this is a fun game.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
Mac's been up thousands before, so
of course.
It's going to be a good payout tonight.
But you know what? In a game like this, it also takes one hand to just get crushed too.
Absolutely.
So it's a little early to be getting too excited, but he's certainly starting out great.
So Mikey has King 6-6, and Mac has double suited connected cards.
So what are we playing here? Just
we're going to play straight Omaha here. It looks like Chase has got the other kings too. So Mikey and Chase don't know it, but their kings are dead.
Yeah.
Nate's got the only live 5 or live 4. We'll see how it goes here. And so you notice the dealer button moved back 1 spot. So the dealer button goes opposite of the.
Yes, when the buttons meet like that. Yes. So we got Melissa there in the box, keeping these guys in line.
So $100 flop.
Pretty nice hand that Javier's got up there.
Javier's got a lot of spades. This is a problem.
Yeah.
Max flopped the diamond draw, the nut diamond draw.
Yeah.
As long as no one has a queen or a boat, I think we're fine. This will probably slow things down a little bit. And Chase has got the other diamond, right? Now Max got the other flush too.
Oh my gosh, you're right. Both flushes.
Yep. And he's got a straight and a flush draw and a nut to the diamond.
Yeah, wow.
And he's got the only hearts here. So hearts are pretty likely.
Yeah, and queen high, I mean, you wouldn't typically want to get too excited over queen high, but it's not awful.
Javier always likes to bet when he's behind. I'm not sure what that is about. So now the pot's ballooned up to almost $350 here.
So the river
hits a Mac with the nut flush, but the board, I mean, 10s beats them, 8s beats them, 6s beat them.
Yeah.
So Mac's going to check it and win with the flush. And Mac's still holding his hand. Oh, Mac folds.
Surely something's wrong with our graphic then.
Oh, Mikey hits sixes on the turn for a boat.
Oh, yes. Yes,
we didn't
yes,
even
we
see
missed
that.
Yeah.
Oh man. I was looking for it too.
Yeah, Omaha is just a tough game, right? I mean, you got to be able to read your hand. You got to know what position you're on and control the pot.
I tried to learn Omaha, and I think I'm just too old to be learning new ones. I got to stick with what I know. It's suiting me well, and so just stick with what you know. I like this lineup, though. This is a great lineup.
Yeah, this isn't a 5-5-10 crowd, but this is right between. They could probably play 5-5-10 if they wanted to, but
Yeah, Kim Jam's been pretty quiet so
yeah,
far.
his VPIP has got to be 0.
Yeah,
I don't think
we'll
he's even
see.
played a hand. Now he's playing a hand on the button.
Now
As
that
we
we've
say
mentioned
that.
his name, did he hear us or
Yeah,
what?
right? Our villain raises to 10. Kim Jam 3-bets him to 50. And Javier calls with Queen Jack.
I don't know about you, but I'm not seeing a lot of difference in the raising strategy than our game was last night.
No,
than our 1-2 game.
No, you're absolutely right. There really isn't.
It seems the only thing different is the buy-in is higher, really.
That's really what it is.
Yeah, because I haven't seen a lot of difference at all. Because, I mean, you guys were putting it in last night.
Yeah.
All right, so Kim Jam did have a suited connector there, so he bet 60. Javier's going to go ahead and call.
Villain has to call. I mean,
jacks.
If he's calling, he's raising, but
yeah, I mean, if you're going to call with ace 9 and your ace flops, I mean, you got to call at least. There he goes.
So that's going to make Kim Jam really think about what he needs to do here.
He's got the heart draw. So.
But you also, what is he playing? Making this play on the button with the nit button?
Right.
Javier might be trying to call off to get rid of his nit button.
True.
So there's a lot of strategy here.
Javier has shown some aggression though, so that's probably going to be taken into consideration as well.
Right. If Kim Jong folds, does Javier call? And will Kim Jong fold?
Yeah, I don't think Javier's going to call, but Kim Jam, that's the one. I am curious to see how he's going to decide here. So that's about half his, well, not quite half his stack to call. Close.
I've seen Kim Jam make lighter calls, so
okay.
I'd be surprised if he folded here, especially if they run twice.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the best flush, but he can't put anybody else on a flush draw.
Yeah.
So that
and
might
like
be
I said, I mean, he has been pretty quiet today, but I'm not sure that I recall exactly, what his cards have looked like.
And Javier is dead unless he hits a queen.
So Brian Peterson is saying hi to Eric. I don't know if Eric can see that or not, so fill him in.
Ace 9 for the win.
Mm-hmm.
Javier is no good.
So Javier did call.
Yep. It's a $533 pot. Kim Jam would have lost there.
Isn't? Oh, I see. Okay, I got it. Never mind.
Yeah, it looks like the dots are a little bit different, right? So maybe if you have a dot, you don't have a nit. Maybe that's what they're doing.
Yeah, you're right.
Versus the other way. All right, looks like we've got a dealer change. And that means a bomb pot.
Woo. So Brian Peterson is in Minnesota. It says it's getting chilly up there in Minnesota.
Brian, come on down to Dallas.
Still toasty here.
Still, it was beautiful today.
Oh my gosh, so beautiful.
78, 82 degrees, no humidity. And
finally getting into some nice weather.
I feel like Minnesota has a lot of bugs.
Is that Vincent who came in the box there, or I can't tell from
Yep,
behind?
we've got Vincent.
Okay.
If you close your eyes, you would feel like you were talking to someone from New York. You open your eyes.
You're like, wait, what?
Yeah, the dude's from Vietnam, so it's a little wonky. It throws you off a little bit. If you know a woman who is looking to date a New York accented Vietnamese guy,
there you go. He's your man.
He's
huh?
your man. He's single. He's looking for someone. He's looking for love in Dallas.
All right.
Just come on down to Peaks.
Come on over and we'll hook you up.
Yeah.
At least introduce you.
So this is a double board bomb. Besides Mariachi Mike, we've got Chase in seat 7. Chase is a home builder for he builds chicken coops around the Dallas area.
Chicken coops?
Yeah, really.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, you think that would make a lot of money?
Wow.
Yeah.
I knew there were even chicken coops in Dallas.
Yeah. The seat 9, my villain, he owns a few burrito and taco stands.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, yeah. Seat 1, Kim Jam. He is a massage therapist for disabled veterans.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he does the Lord's work essentially. That's what.
Wow. That's Kim Jam.
Kim Jam, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Lower extremities, he does stuff like that. So really, really good stuff. Look at Javier firing off for 300 he capped it off here.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And what does Javier even have? 860 has.
Mikey's got the best hand.
King Queen. And 8-6 at the top. He doesn't have anything on the top. Nate's open-ended for 250. And he folds again. Villain automatically calls with that taco stand money. Trip 5s and a set of 3s on top. Mariachi Mike scoops, guys. Scoops.
Wow. And that is just not easy to do.
$1,000 pot and just scoops it.
Nice.
What a monster hand. Though. Not a boat yet, but a lot of trips.
Wow.
A lot of trips. C3 Las Vegas. Will Straddle. He moved here about a year and a half ago.
What is the straddle? Is it 10 or?
Up to 25. Up to $25 straddle.
So men 6 to 25 or men 10 to 25?
Men 10, I believe.
10 to 25.
I really didn't clear that with the guys, but
I like it when it's kind of like an even number, dealer friendly. So now this is just a flip, is that correct?
This is just a flip. This is a $25 flip. You don't get to play it. It just goes.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it just goes.
Okay.
So they just get to open up their cards, and the best hand wins.
Okay. Gotcha.
So kind of makes it for the last bomb pot hand. So if you're in a bomb pot,
go.
you kind of get a rebate.
Yeah. Well, while they're just doing a flip here, let's take a look at some of these chip counts. We got Mikey in the lead, 46.
Sorry.
No, you're good. And then we got Mac close second at 12-14. Dude Maestro 11-38. Our villain 10-61. Kim Jam at 995. Nate at 960. Chase 656. So who we got? We got a winner here yet?
Yeah, Kim, looks like Kim Jam wins with Broadway.
Oh, okay. Good for him. And then we had Will at 429 and Javier at 195. So Javier, wow, at 80% on his VPIP. Yikes. Go Javier. Our villains up there too at 58. These gentlemen are playing. And we got a couple down there in the lower end, so uh-oh, we missed something. All right, back to our 1-3 hold'em.
Hand number 14. Believe it or not, it feels like it's a lifetime ago.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Wow.
Nate calls the $10 straddle, looks like. And Mac folds A7. Mac's playing a little bit different from me last night, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these guys are like 8 Shauns and Mac, so it's kind of tough.
So
Queen 9 for Javier.
Pair. Yeah,
Javier leading out on the button this time. And Will's going to call with the flush draw. Do you call it? You call here with the 10-5 flush draw? Yeah, you call.
Now I'm a little scared that the board's paired.
Yeah, and Javier hits a boat, and he's got 2 people in the hand. I think he's got a C-bet, right?
Yeah.
C-bet lead?
I think so, yeah.
It's just such a small bet, too. I mean, does Will call with such a small bet?
Yeah, you want to get those flush draws to throw a little bit more in there, I think. Or I would, let's put it that way. What I think maybe is not the right thing, but what I would do. Wow, double paired board.
Hey, Tyler, Gerardo. How many hands total for the stream? We're not 100% sure. I don't know how many hands total for the stream. Javier gets a full double, and he gets to get rid of this knit button.
Got to be getting close to the end of this first knit round, I would think. We've seen quite a few of them come in. We'll have to take a look here in a second. We can see everyone.
Looks like Will still has his knit. He's just trying to get rid of it. And he might have thought Javier was trying to get rid of his hand, too.
Sure. Absolutely.
So we've got
the added element of the knit game.
1, 3, 6, and 7.
Oh, we've got more than I thought. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Zeal, I might have called too. I wasn't 100% sure if you called that, but I don't think you called the river, right?
No.
You don't call that river?
No way.
If your flush doesn't come?
No way. I mean, it was double paired board. Yeah, no.
Right. Our villain has Jack 10 suited, and that's probably going to come up for a raise, but he called that straddle.
Oh, he sure
so they're
did,
doing a round of $10 straddles, it looks like.
Oh, okay.
Chase has kings.
And he did
And he's
not.
first to act, and an ace pops out.
Of course it does.
Always when you have kings,
Always.
Right? And Will has the ace. Will's probably going to just check call any bet.
Yeah, he's not thrilled about his kicker, obviously.
Right, right. And as long as he holds, he's going to get rid of his knit button here.
Mm-hmm.
Spade is going to just get checked all the way around. And ace is good, and he gets rid of his knit.
There you go.
And he scoops down a $100 pot. So he makes a little bit back from what he lost with hand with Javier.
So Michael Carr says, nice commentary, Shaun. What the heck knit tonight? I'm not sure what that question means exactly.
Yeah, Michael, I know that we should have played the knit the last time, but you know.
Oh, he played in his
He played in the stream and we didn't do the knit.
Okay, now
because there's too much going on, but we had some new guys doing the graphics, so I didn't want to confuse them some more. But we've got a pretty veteran team now. These guys have been through the ringer, so the knit's coming in.
So we're up to what, 38 folks listening in. Thank you for that. Be sure to like and subscribe.
I wonder if we can hit 40 or 50 tonight.
I bet we could hit 50. Still pretty early.
Monkey, they're gonna do double header hold'em on Sunday. So it'll be a 1-2 rec stream on Sunday.
Both 1-2.
I think one is 1-2. I don't know what the other one is. So Eric will chime in here and let you know.
All right. So Kim Jam, ace jack off.
Mac 3-bet here with kings.
He did, yes.
The only hand that will probably make a play is going to be Kim Jam. Javier would be silly to make a play. Oh, wow. They're giving Mac so much credit. Then that means Javier has to call if Kim Jam folded. And Javier is way behind.
Way behind. And there's the ace.
There's the ace. Kim Jam's looking at Mac, too, if you notice that.
Uh-huh.
I think
I saw a little wince there, too, when the ace came up.
Mac's not holding a spade at all. Mac's got to check this board.
Yeah, it's a tough spot.
Yep. He might just put them all in.
He's certainly been known to do that as well.
Oh, Mac checks. The river's an 8. Doesn't really help anybody.
Check, yeah.
Mac shows a king. He drags another pot in, guys.
Yeah, go Mac.
Go Mac. Let's give away some money.
So Kim Jam's probably kicking himself.
All right. We'll do this at the 9 o'clock hour, Dallas time. Probably about between 9:15 and 9:30. We're going to pick a winner to get 5% of Mac.
All right. We're just going to
So make sure that you tune in between 9:15 and 9:30 to get 5% of Mac.
So it looks like that 2 streams Sunday, Eric's putting here, probably not going to start until the 27th. So it won't be this next weekend, but the following. Heaven forbid you should try to run a game while the Cowboys are playing.
You know, it's hard getting people to play poker.
I know that it is.
When the Cowboys are playing.
Boy, after that humiliation this week.
Well, they're not playing this Sunday, right?
Correct. They're on bye this week.
They're on bye this week.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't know it, Miss T is a huge Cowboys fan. I've never seen her without anything related to the Cowboys on. Listen, I'm from Atlanta, so we have the Falcons.
Yeah. It was funny last night at the table. Somebody said, "Do you have this Cowboy?" I said, "I have everything Cowboy. There's not really anything you can mention." So one guy thought he was going to be smart and said, "Do you have a Cowboy tattoo?" And I lifted up my sleeve. He was like, "All right, I give."
Oh, my gosh, you do have a Cowboy tattoo.
I do, of course.
Oh.
He's like, "I give. You do have everything."
At least it's in an appropriate place.
There you go. Exactly.
It's on an arm, guys.
Yeah, it's forearm.
Yeah. Mikey hits the flush here, and Will's going to make another call. And that card is irrelevant, and Mikey's not going to get another time from our villain, unless our villain makes a little bet. No.
I was going to say, that's a pretty big stretch there.
Yeah, that would be straight to stone cold. These two guys have the same exact hand. They're gonna chop it up, but Nate's gonna show the hand and take the pot. So he's gonna make the first stab. Kim Jong just lost that hand because he didn't have aggression. Yeah, we had a visitor in here in the booth, so we just wanted to make sure
you didn't hear our nonsense.
we didn't. Yeah. So.
But we're back.
We're back. We're back in the booth at Peaks. If you haven't been to Peaks in a while, come on down. I won a jacket last night after the stream.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I had to bet $582 to win this jacket because the 5 of clubs, they were doing a promo last night. So if you win a hand with the 5 of clubs, you get one a piece of swag.
Okay. So if you're not sure exactly where Peaks is, we're at 1231 Wycliffe Avenue. It's absolutely beautiful in here. It's over in the Design District, right over by the big Lowe's Anatole Hotel. You can almost see downtown from here, but you need to come on by and check it out.
Kim Jim's going to 100% win this hand, unless Chase makes a play on the pot, which I don't think that's going to happen. But he's one of the few guys with the knit button here.
Oh, true.
So Kim Jam gets to show his hand and get rid of this knit.
There you go.
So he's happy about that.
Yes, I know he is. When it gets down to only, a few of those left, it's the pressure's kind of on. Of course, it's only $5 or 45 for the whole table, but still. Some of the games I've seen have played much higher stakes, and it's very significant when you lose that knit.
And look at this dealer. Look at Vince dealing. I mean.
Oh, so we're on the dealer's choice now.
Right.
Okay. So what are we playing here?
I want to say it's a bomb pot.
Oh, bomb pot?
Yeah.
Okay. First there, I thought I saw him deal out 5 cards, but it's not. It's only 4. How'd you know it was a bomb pot? Did you just hear it, or?
I could hear it.
Oh, okay. I just was yapping too much to hear it, I guess.
Who has a 7?
All right, Chase has a 7.
Will has the best hand here with all the deuces. Well, you think he'll make a bet on it? No, he wants to check to the turn. Pretty locked up. As long as the paint comes out, he's pretty locked up here.
True.
They went ahead and capped it to 300 here.
Oh, that's right. On dealer's choice, the dealer gets to decide.
Yep, and they chose a cap game. So it's a double board cap game.
Haven't started doing any live stream tournaments yet. I'm sure that's kind of something that they're looking at, but not quite yet. So I would look forward to that in the future. At least, for the final table for the tournament, perhaps.
We got 2 calls here. Oh, it is an uncapped game here, guys.
Oh, it's uncapped.
It's
okay.
uncapped. So we got an all-in for 547 and another all-in for 985. Nate's got the worst hand. He doesn't know it yet, though. It's a rainbow card board, so if it goes runner flush, Nate might get a club or hearts. But other than that, he's drawn pretty slim. Chase has got the 7.
Well, now Nate's showing 41% there to win. So what am I missing? Look at their percentages. 10s and 4. Oh, he's.
He flopped a butt on top.
Yeah, he's got a full house.
You're right. I'm so sorry. I didn't even see
okay.
that.
That's how I kind of know who's in the lead when I look at the percentages.
Yep. Oh, gosh. She comes running 9s.
That is a good idea, Michael, to when you're having the tournament, kind of rotate the tables that are on the stream, so you get some rotate the people, get to see some different people, and then do the final table. So kind of have one table going all the time. It might not necessarily be a final table or whatnot. That sounds fun.
Gerardo says the boat. I mean, I think Gerardo just types in the boat all the time. But you're right. We've had a lot of boats here tonight.
We
right?
have, yeah.
Land of the free coming on a boat. Chase.
So right now, Mac's not in the lead for our competition. We got Mikey there at 1696, unless we would have to look and see if he's had to add on or whatever, and maybe Mac could be winnings wise ahead, but we'll look at that here in a little bit. But so far, he's not actually the straight out winner.
NRG, we do not have a seat available for tonight's stream. We have a 1-2 game outside right now. We're going to try to start a 1-3. So if you're looking to play 1-3 tonight, come on down. This table will continue to play after the stream. That means all the money that they won will be live in play at Peaks.
NRG, long time no see. Hope you're doing well.
Miss T knows NRG.
Oh,
Who's
yes,
NRG?
she does. Luis.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
He played in our Marks game when we initially started doing our not Marks game, I guess I should say, when we started doing that long time ago. Oh, I've got my he's NFG. My bad. Sorry, NRG. I got the wrong person. It was close. An NF and an NR. My bad.
We're at 40.
So I'm not sure who NRG is.
Hola, who's this? That's Miss T talking to you, NRG. Sorry about that.
Sorry, I mistook you for someone else. My bad. But I'm glad
There's
you're
so
on
many
stream
men
with
in her
us.
life. She just is unaware of all the men in her life.
It's so tough to keep them all straight.
Yeah.
So we got 40 people looking in on us now. That's fantastic. Be sure to subscribe and like so we can continue to do these nice live streams.
How do you beat this game? How do you think you beat this game? Is it pure aggression? Is it trying to stay ahead? You know, it's like driving in. I figure a game like this is driving in Dallas. Don't be slow enough to where people are passing you. You don't see the blind spots. But if you're driving fast enough and ahead, you kind of can get off the exit sooner. You know exactly where you're at. But not knowing where you're at, I think, is the most dangerous thing you could do in this game.
True. I agree. I'll use last night's game as an example.
Mm-hmm.
It took me a minute. I actually ended up winning the most, I believe, last night. I think I was at the end. And I can't really tell you my strategy because I'm sure I'll be playing against you again very soon.
I hope so. I hope to get all my money back.
I kind of had to really change my strategy a lot to adjust to the players. So I think being adjustable, because all the players are so different. You got to really watch who you're playing, how they play, and then adjust to that. That would be my biggest strategy, because I got crushed the week before, which was the first time that I played with you and Mac and a couple of other players. And I was like, okay, that did not go well at all. And I had to readjust. And I think I readjusted pretty well, So that would be my
You did. You
my
adjusted real well. We got Dude with 5s and Nate with 2. If one of them hits their set, the other one gets a wheel. So Deuce is 100% going to lose his hand unless a 5 comes.
This is tough.
But Dude is in the lead and doesn't know it.
So NRG, I'm sure if we saw your face, we probably would go, "Oh, of course we know you," but we'll let you keep it for secret for now. VPIP like 30 to 40 and hope and pray you hold. I think that.
That's probably
that's
right.
a good strategy.
I think you and Mike said the same thing. Mike's on Facebook. He said the exact same thing. You beat it with a lot of solid aggressive play. And that's right. And NRG, you're right. VPIP's got to be 30 and 40. You can't just sit here and fold if you're looking to win. If you're looking to maintain your stack, probably check call a lot. So dude's got the best hand. He doesn't know it. If Javier made another bet, he'd probably take this down.
And aggression is absolutely, I mean, probably the main key,
Right.
even more so than adjusting the play. But aggression, I think, is always going to be at the top because if you just sit back, you'll just get crushed. I mean, these players are not going to let you just limp in, and stiff flop every hand. It's just not going to happen.
So my villain just lost the knit game. So this is a splashed hold'em hand. So $45 in the pot.
Oh, okay. So, and now,
Yep.
as soon as this hand is over, then the knit game will start right back
Yep.
up, correct? Okay. So it's a continuous knit game. Once we do this splash pot, we'll just start right back up. That's fun. Adds a little dimension.
Adds a little dimension. It looks like Chase actually might have been the one that gave it the $45. But it gives the person that just lost the knit game the chance to win the $45
Yeah, recoup
back.
it right back. Sure.
Yep. Chase just shipped it all in.
There you go. Why not?
Oh, he got insta-called by Nate with ace queen.
Yes, he did.
239 call.
Curious to see what Maestro does. He's probably got to think ace 10's not good
Not
at this
good,
point,
yeah.
but
Yeah, he's got to fold. He's a
Yeah.
good enough player to let this hand
yes,
go.
exactly. But he's a very good player. Yeah, and then he did fold. So
They're just going to spin it at one time. Chase with King Jack. Chase goes all in with King Jack a few times.
So I heard you change your answer a couple times last night when we were talking about running it once and running it twice. Because at one point, I think I heard you say you preferred to just run it once.
I do,
But
absolutely.
then later, I heard you say, "Oh, I always run it twice."
I don't think I said always.
Oh, okay.
I just don't like, if I'm on a
Oh,
draw,
you're right.
I don't like running it. I don't like running it twice if I'm on a draw because I feel like it's unfair.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah,
I don't want the players to think that I would cheat by
Yeah.
you know.
yeah. Like this time, it's
Yeah.
more in your favor to run it once. This time, it's more in your favor to run it twice.
Yeah.
That's why I kind of just stick with one.
Yeah,
So
I
I don't
like
want
running
anybody else.
once.
Well, you went twice with him. Why don't you go twice with me? Or I was just like, no, I just do once, and everybody that knows me knows it.
Yeah,
And
if I'm behind, yeah.
yeah, it's just like if I win, I win. If I don't, I don't. Just pure game. The purest form of the
Geraldo,
game.
Mac is playing differently today, and and Michael on Facebook said Mac and Brad have what it takes to win this game. We agree. Brad's playing a little differently today as well. I think he kind of has gauged the temperature of the room, so he's kind of seeing what's going on. But Mac, I think, is definitely playing different from last
Yeah,
night.
and I'm not sure that I think this is true, but do you think it's possible he is, now that he's up a little bit, he's playing maybe not quite as loose as he does sometimes, or not necessarily?
It's not that. I just think he's not getting picked on enough, right?
Ah.
Someone's not re-raising him and
Yes.
and making him have to play these plays. So it's kind of
Because
nice.
you two, you guys go head to head a lot, and it's hilarious. Just,
Right.
the banter and the whole thing.
And Chase here has trip sevens, and Javier has top pair, which is absolutely no good.
Yeah.
And he just ships it all in with
It
three of a
looks-
kind for almost $1,000.
So he actually, Javier has two pair, but not the sevens with the eight, the king eight.
Right,
so
right.
that is a little stronger than, because you're beating another king, because that king would just have kings and sevens. So that's a little tougher decision, I think.
And look at these VPIP stats, guys. I mean, Mac has a 26% VPIP, and Javier has 56. So voluntary put in pot. Mac's right in the middle.
Mm-hmm. So Michael Carr agrees with me 100%. Just run it once.
Absolutely. Absolutely, if you can.
I mean, I don't think there's a right or wrong answer necessarily.
Right.
It's personal preference, but
I hate beating a kid, like a younger person, and it's like the last $100 they have. I hate that. I mean,
and I have
I'll
given
choose.
in to that guy that's got
Yeah.
his last 100. Please, will you run it? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I guess never say never, but
Javier is right. He's always at 50%.
So Gerardo said that he's warming up the chips right now. That's why he hasn't been playing as much. And Michael, of course, says, yeah, he agrees. Pick on him. Then otherwise, they tighten up. But if you pick on him, then gets them going. So just in case there's anybody out there that doesn't know what VPIP, voluntary put-in pot, that means that it's a pot that you're not in a blind, that you're actually having to put money in, making the decision to put money into the pot.
Absolutely. That's kind of terminology we use to figure out who is being aggressive and who's being kind of loose, I guess.
Right. Because I found out after I did some commentary before that some people didn't really understand what VPIP was and what all these things were. So, but of course, we've got a very knowledgeable audience. I'm sure they all knew, but just in case.
So this is strange here. Mac doesn't raise on the button with ace king.
Yeah, I don't get that either.
So the game is a little bit different for Mac. And he might be doing it on purpose too, right? He's got a table full of aggressive guys. Yeah. And five flops
look,
a set.
Mac's at a 4% on his pre-flop raising, so he's not pre-flop raising at all tonight.
No, not at all. See, do you see what Villain said? It's like, hey, it scares me that you're making these plays.
Mm-hmm.
Diamonds comes out. Mac's holding the king of diamonds. But Villain has 2 pair with 9-5.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it's just kind of a sure way to get into trouble. Yeah. Really, not raising it, pre-flop raising.
And there, Mac does hit the diamond on the river.
He is just amazing tonight.
Mac said, I didn't check, but if you checked and showed, I will call. Mac's like, okay, this is it. Villain just lost that hand.
I can honestly say I think our game last night was more aggressive than this one.
I think so too.
As a matter of fact, by like a wide margin.
Yeah, absolutely.
I really do.
So Mac's at 370. That's really the number that we're looking for. Mikey is up $1,000 is the big winner, and
nice.
Chase is carrying us up with 777. The numbers just changed, 488 for Mac now.
Mm-hmm. Pretty close to him and Nate there. Mike's sure it's been a little quiet tonight too.
Javier reloaded. He's back with some chips. Ready to play again?
Of course.
Javier owns a couple car dealerships in the Atlanta area, or the Dallas market.
Yeah?
Yeah. So if you need a good used vehicle, he finances as well.
Oh,
so,
okay. Very nice. I saw somebody had pocket sevens. I guess whoever that was, I might have been
a wrong read, maybe, huh? Because there's no way pocket sevens is folding, right?
I wish I could go back and see, but I swear I saw 2 sevens. I almost want to say it was Dude Maestro, but I'm not.
Mac is playing the 4-3. This is the normal Mac hand.
There you go.
Yep. Mikey gets to release his hand here, and get rid of the nip button. So if you come down to Peaks, they've got some really cool swag. I like the jackets. Have you seen the jackets?
The jackets are so nice.
Who's ever designing these jackets?
Yeah, they really did a good job. So it looks like we got a $10 straddle on this hand.
Dylan is with the straddle, and Brad makes the fold. I'd like to see bigger raises pre-flop. I think that would you win a lot more hands. Villain actually makes
here Eric put Dude Maestro was the pocket sevens, and he did fold pre.
What the heck?
Yeah, I could have sworn I saw 2 sevens somewhere.
What the heck is going on, Maestro? You have the nip button too, buddy. Maestro now 3 bets with 10-8 in position. What is going on?
That's funny.
All diamonds. And guess who has the diamonds?
The villain.
The villain.
Not only the diamonds, but the nut diamonds.
My show checks as well, looks like. Going to the river. Oh, that just kills the hand.
Yeah.
Now he's just going for a straight flush draw at this point, right?
Yeah.
He's not going to get called by anybody. Nate's going to look him up. I was wrong.
I love it. You made it cheap enough, I guess.
Insta call. And that is the knit button right there.
Not call
that
fast
happens because
enough on that one.
The knit will always get you called. Poor Nate.
So we always had something with the knit game that if you did not show your cards and you threw them away and forgot to put up your knit button, and then somebody at the table said, "Hey, Shaun, you forgot to put in your knit button," then they had to take your knit button.
Yeah, that is right.
So you're not allowed to
That's a great idea.
help someone,
yeah,
if they're about to throw away their cards and not turn in their knit button.
I like it. I like it.
That was made for some funny times.
I like it.
Or is this dealer's choice again? Or what do we do? Or did we?
Yep, it's a dealer's choice, and they just already added and moved the button.
Oh, okay.
It's a DC 5.5
Yeah, they moved the
PLO.
Okay.
Chase gets his fourth card late. Javier is holding Jack 9-4. I like Will's hand. Ace King 5-4. You get a little wheel action and a couple flushes or one flush at least.
Suited ace.
We're going to a flop. It's I think a $20 flop, $25 flop. Ooh, and Javier hits two pair or hits a jack, and Will hits a flush draw here. Set of jacks. And what can this used car dealer do with a set of jacks?
It's a little confusing here because the graphics kind of just a touch behind.
Uh-oh.
All right, let's see.
Now, Will's going to have close to a wheel draw here with the...
Oh, right.
Will is out.
So our villain's at 71%. So let's see. He's got...
Set of aces.
Full house. Doesn't he? Oh, no.
He's just got a set of aces. The board has to pair.
Yeah.
The board pairs. Javier goes broke.
Yeah.
Doesn't pair. King 10 takes it. And guess who has King 10? Nate. And the villain just folded top set just like that. So easy.
He is definitely a good player.
Javier folds top set or middle set. And Nate does not get paid. He's got to be like, what the heck is going on?
So Eric is saying he's actually the one that invented that rule about if you try to help someone with their knit button, they're almost forgetting to turn it in. He created that rule or invented that rule.
Very, very crazy. That's a good job, Eric.
And Michael's saying he likes the original version of the knit game, which is actually the stand-up game. Yeah. But...
started that in Texas, didn't they?
Probably so. I don't know that to be a fact, but sounds right. But yeah, you can be standing there a long time, but then there's no doubt who's still, left in, got their button still.
Will was trying to trap here with queens, but he ended up letting Mac in with a 5 deuce, so he's looking for a raise.
That's the danger.
Yeah, that is very dangerous. 7-5 is my favorite hand. It's my wife's birth year.
Ah, okay.
Well, I probably shouldn't say that.
Nobody's going to accommodate him in here and raise, it looks like. So.
Yeah. No one's going to let him play this raise, so he's going to go 6-handed into this flop.
Yes, you got nobody to blame but yourself on a hand like that.
No one to blame but yourself.
Wow, well, let's see. I think he might have gotten lucky.
Nate's got a gut shot straight, but Will's not going to let this go. Will went ahead and let out for 20, which is just so little compared to the pot size. And now we've got a lot of players in this hand.
And then Will's the only one. The Queen of Hearts is the only heart out there, too. Yeah. So
Villain has top pair, and Dude has second pair. The heart comes out unless Will has the only heart. The second nut flush.
Right.
or there's the third nut flush, but nobody has a heart. It's probably going to squeeze by. Will's going to. Will mucks his hand, but doesn't show his card, so he has to keep the nit.
Oh, there
and
we go.
No one said anything.
There we go.
No one's going to say anything.
No. Let's see if he realizes it and tries to throw it in.
Mac just mentioned something right now. But once the card's dealt, he could say something.
Yep. Nope. Too late then.
Too late now, buddy. Yeah, they just said, Will, you forgot to show.
They just now said, I heard it too.
You just forgot. As soon as card's dealt, they can say whatever they want to say. Will says, yeah, they want to show.
Well, there you go. Keep your knit button then. Got a little ace 4 suited.
I love ace 4 suited right here.
Me too. Anything from deuce to 5.
Yeah, dude just made a raise here, and he's raised on the button.
Just 35.
With ace king.
Oh, Chase with 2 kings.
500, and Chase is holding 2 kings.
Oh, right. Okay, so wow. Ace 4 not looking so great anymore, is it, Maestro?
How bad? Chase just has to have this hand hold up.
Yep.
2 boards. They both say 2 full boards. Ace king versus kings. It's a normal flip here.
Somebody have a diamond?
Chase has the diamond.
Okay, so you have the king of
So he wins the first board.
Wow. King's held up. Nice.
Chase wins a monster pot. It's probably the biggest pot of the night there. $2,200.
I think you're right, yeah. And for once, an ace did not come out on the flop when somebody was holding kings.
I don't think my villain needed a flip like that. But he was just trying to get a small pocket pair in and just flip for that ace.
Oh, you know what? Going back to Maestro's hand, 4 diamonds came out there.
Oh, you're right.
He had ace 4 diamonds.
He would have flopped the nut flush.
Nut, yep.
Wow.
Wow. I just remembered that was diamonds. Kings,
and he would have slow played all along and may have gotten a big stack from Chase.
Yes. Yeah, because that was already a huge pot. So Maestro missed out. I mean, it was the right fold, obviously, based on the re-raise and re-raise. But, yeah, how unfortunate.
Yeah, Monica's asking why Michael Carr isn't playing. Mike, I know a little bit about Mike Carr. Mike Carr is he's a border guy. He works over at the border, so he's got to do a lot of stuff going on with the migrants and everything else.
Oh, the actual Texas border. Okay.
Yeah, he busted a couple drug dealers coming through.
Oh, wow.
I can't talk about too much.
Sounds dangerous.
So, yeah, he's a pretty dangerous guy.
Wow.
Mikey's got king 7 and villain is just going to go ahead and race out of position.
Chase got 23.49. He's doing well.
Villain has a diamond draw. That's pretty much it. Mikey cannot be happy about that ace, but Mikey ends up hitting 2 pair on the river. Probably puts a little bet in, and villain just cannot call this.
Yeah.
I just don't think he's calling this. Yeah. Mikey's up. Mikey's up big. See how much Mikey what the win is here, guys. Numbers should have flipped here. Is that all we're looking at tonight? Is the win numbers? Because that makes me excited, right?
Yeah.
Max
71. That's nice. Doubled his money if you bought him for the 1K.
Let's look at these stack sizes too, right? Not just the win, but the stacks. Stacks are huge.
Yes,
Chases
they are.
230.49.
Yeah, that's a big stack.
Those are big stacks. So coming in for 1,000 still makes you almost short stack here.
It does, yeah.
Only 3 people have less than 1,000.
So we've got a question here. Have there been any celebrities or pros come into play at Peaks? Not to my knowledge. I mean, we have some people that are pro level players, but not like a pro that you might recognize their name, I guess, is maybe
Right.
if that's what you're asking. We definitely have some pro level players, but we haven't had Phil Hellmuth or anybody, like that. That
Yeah.
no Daniel Negreanu's or
German Moneymaker is probably the closest celebrity pro
yes,
that
I
we
forgot
have.
about Moneymaker. You're right.
Kim and Hayden are infamous or famous. I don't know.
Definitely pro level players
Pro
for
level
sure.
players.
Yes.
So there are pros that play here. Celebrities. We don't have anybody like P. Diddy that come up in here or anything like that.
And since he put kind of the pros in with celebrities, I was thinking that they were asking maybe for, like big name pros, but I could be wrong. Oh, and of course, Shaun's definitely pro level.
I used to play professionally a long time ago, back in 2001.
I believe that. I have no problem believing that at all.
But it was hard to do with the family.
Yeah. No, you're tough to play against for sure.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Now I just play for fun. I've got.
I think somebody has nut flush. If I think I glanced and saw an ace with a suited ace of clubs.
Reading the cards again. If we look out at the whole table, we can see what's going on here.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, Mac has nut flush.
Oh, Mac, of course.
Gerardo, I like to say that I'm a pretty funny guy, actually. I'm glad you caught on to that. All these bios that I've been doing are completely untrue. Miss T has been playing along and believing every word I've been saying. So I enjoy my time. So I don't know. Some of these bios might be true, but come on, Javier looks like he owns a couple used car dealerships, right?
He got me because I believed him that he owned car dealerships. What a sucker I am.
You played along well. You're adorable.
That's my job. I'm a sidekick.
So Mac's gonna scoop that top board, but let's think about that second board.
Yeah,
what do we have on the second board? Will's got the 2 pair, but that does leave some straights going on there.
Kim Jam might have had a little something, but I need to go see the cards again. Kind of flipping fast.
Oh, it looks like I see someone with a straight on the bottom.
Okay.
With the 6-4.
Okay, that was Kim Jam. I saw,
Kim Jam with a straight. It's a great fold, Will. Good fold. They're just chopping it at this point. There's no reason to play for it. They're just going to river it out for free. Oh my gosh. Mac scoops both boards. It went runner, nut flush for Mac.
Wait, are you sure?
King 3 of spades. Can you believe that?
Oh, wow.
Flops a flush, runs out of flush.
Wow.
Daddy is coming home with some chips.
Yes, he is.
But Mac was nice enough to chop that pot. But Mac doesn't know that we've got money on him.
That's right. So Eric's making me feel better that he believed you also. So.
Well, Eric, wait till next week. I've got more bios coming up next week of all these guys. One day I'll be right, but and Michael Gonzalez never played Marachi at our wedding, and they did not toss out cheese.
For all that nonsense.
Yeah, I told Miss T that Marachi Mike played at our wedding, and they tossed out cheese on the walkout. So.
Oh my goodness.
So this is just a flip.
Is that VPIP that's going by there at 3% for Mac?
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Mac's got a 3% VPIP.
Oh no, that's pre-flop raise.
Oh, is that pre-flop raise? Okay, that makes more sense. Mac's calling a lot. Okay.
Yeah. That's right. That was the pre-flop race. All right. Let's see what we got going now. Oh, okay. So this is dealer change, right? We got Melissa back in the box.
We got Melissa back in the box, and we did a palm, and now we're doing a flip.
Okay, got it. Now we're on the flip.
Don't take one of mine. I have more black cards than red cards. I hope so. Oh, don't definitely not eight of spades.
I don't think they
Yeah, all the eights are out, so you might have the eight of spades.
I feel like it shouldn't even have to like ever test it. Flip it takes too long to catch up. We should just flip the cards.
Okay, I got the ace of spades, Brad. So let's try to
Gamble ahead of you.
try to get some clubs over there, bro.
Got it? Everybody?
Well, there are clubs over there. Try to get the bet there. Well, Mac has the four of hearts, so I can't.
Villain looks like he has the best hand with a set of sevens.
Top set flip.
Okay, Misty's with me too. She said she believed every word you said too. So, okay. So what do we got? Here?
I talked about your dad, Misty, and you believed your dad. Like, come on.
She says every word you said. Lesson learned.
Tune in next week for all the bios of the players. You're gonna enjoy it.
That's fantastic.
The villain wins this hand. I'm glad you're watching, Misty.
It's kind of hard to watch like everything, but I want to acknowledge the people that are kind enough to sit here and listen to us for sure.
So in 1 hour, we're gonna pick a winner. We're gonna pick a winner for max stack, 5% of max winnings.
Only if he's winning, though.
Only if he's
ahead?
winning. We can't pay
Right.
out if he's losing.
Yeah. Okay.
But
But
only if
I'm
he's
sure
winning.
he's
But man,
still
we
up
should
there
have picked.
close.
We should have picked Marachi Mike.
Yeah.
Man, 1,700.
Yeah.
Whew. Michael, I already told you that you're at the border stopping drug smugglers.
Oh, so that's not true either?
That's not true either.
Oh, my gosh.
You believe that?
Yes, I believe
Oh,
that.
sorry about that, Misty.
I hear I'm like, oh, he sounds like a bad guy or, tough guy. Oh, brother. Boy, am I naive. Yeah, you just wait. I'm going to have some setups for you.
So flops 3 kings for Mike. Mikey has a load of run good going on right now.
He does.
It's getting kind of dangerous. Mac might call with the 9, but that'd be the only person that calls. Yeah, Mac does make that call. Don't do it, Mac. Don't do it. Don't hit another 9, please. Fold. Good fold. All the kings.
Fold.
Miss T is super cute and pleasant. That's actually my wife.
Oh, that's your wife?
Yeah, Vivian.
Oh. Well, thank you. I try to be a good sidekick.
I feel like you're someone who can bake apple pie.
You are so wrong.
Okay.
So wrong.
Well, you got the personality of apple pie baker, so
I can put a frozen one in the oven. That's about as close as you'll get.
You know what's really good? It's those frozen whip it's a frozen cake. It's not cake, but a frozen cheesecake. You ever had
Oh.
like Miss whatever, and then you unfreeze it, and it's got all this whipped cream on top. I don't know.
I don't think I've ever tried those. It sounds good though.
Oh. Javier's got the 8-6 suited, and he's first in, so he's going to raise. Will's probably going to call here too with 7-6, if not raise. Raise would be better on the button if you're coming in.
I agree. Yeah.
But I think that's a weak play on the button. Javier is a fairly aggressive guy, so playing it that way.
He's shown himself to be quite aggressive actually today. Well, there it goes right by 52%. As we're speaking about it.
Just spades on the flop, but villain does hit his 7.
Mm-hmm.
and he checks it through. Will hits the 7-2, and he's
Yeah,
unpositioned.
and it got backdoor flush.
See, and I think this is not the right. This is not optimal, guys. You've got to lead out if you've hit, especially if it checks around to you. I understand that you don't want to get stacked, but
Yeah,
playing this way is just not ideal.
Like we said earlier, aggression is just really kind of key.
And Javier's in late position. Now he's essentially stole the button. We'll probably rake in this hand, and he gets to get rid of his nip button. 8-6 is not bad either because he's gut shot to the straight.
Did he turn in his nip button?
Yeah, he just flipped his hand over, so he's going to get rid of that nip button.
Oh, there it goes. Okay.
That red button you see is real floppy. It's a nip button.
Yeah.
So those people at home, they don't know what that button looks like.
This is a nice game. There's a lot of chips moving around, a lot of nice hands.
So I have a meetup group or a group of players that plays with us on Wednesdays and Sundays at a game, and it's called Ace High Social. So today, Ace High Social is giving away that 5% for Mac. So that's who's giving out the money.
Nice.
So it's a bunch of our players that love Peaks, loves this game, and wants to support Peaks as much as we can.
Great.
These Tuesday games, we're going to try to have a meetup game. So if you want to meet me or Miss T or Mac or any of the guys that you see on the stream, come up on Tuesday. We'll play on that second and third table on meetup game. We'll keep doing these kind of promos and enjoying our games. So
it's
we
really
want to support
fun.
Peaks. Yeah,
so fun to play on these live streams.
A lot of change in dynamics.
It really is. And I've met a lot of new people playing, on the streams and whatnot. And I mean, I knew your face because I've seen you around or whatever, but I didn't know you at all until the past few weeks.
I'm super nice.
Fun
right?
yeah, of course.
Good.
But super fun to meet all you guys. He got his nip button on his head.
So Kim Jong gets rid of his nip button. Kim Jam. Chase has 5-3. Just no real good. You have to go runner straight, so not worth it. So we've got looks like 3 nip buttons left.
1, 2, 3. Looks like it. Yep.
So I actually met my wife playing poker.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. She was a cocktail waitress.
Nice.
Yeah. Love it.
Can I believe this?
No, you can't.
Okay.
You got me.
Now I'm going to question everything you say.
I fold. You got me. Dang it. But I was going pretty good, right?
You were really going good.
I fold. She's a high school sweetheart. Love at first sight. That's a true story.
All right.
Javier makes a call there with ace-4, very light against our villain's jack-10 raise. And our villain's doing right. I mean, the pre-flop raise has to happen. 15 is probably right. I mean, you can vary your hand based on position and who's put in the pot. I think that's what you do, too. I've seen you do it.
Oh, absolutely.
And the villain flops open-ended. Not to see a bet from him would be silly, so he's going to see a bet here. And there's just nobody that can call.
Yeah, I mean, open-ended. Come on.
Yeah. It's a great little pickup there. Almost $100 just picking that up. Yeah.
Okay, so your wife says, don't believe anything you say.
Eric says, got me again. So villain would be straddling. I'm not sure why he's not straddling here, but maybe the round of straddles is off.
Yeah, unless maybe they started on him and they just finished the round, maybe.
There we go.
Oh, there he goes.
Villain's always going to want a big pot because if he wins the hand, he wants the big pot. So the DC is now playing again, and we're playing. So pot limit Omaha 8 or better is what they've called out. So 4 card 8 or better.
If I sat down, I'd call something stupid like crazy pineapple, and everybody be looking at me like, really?
What the heck?
I saw him the other day. He's doing a lot better. His leg's finally healing it.
A lot better. What's wrong with
But he'd injured his leg. He was in a lot of pain for a few weeks there.
that? Oh, really? What did he like fell or something? Break it?
So Will's got aces suited, double suited, which
Yeah,
is
double
really, really
suited.
fantastic.
Nice. Yeah.
But this is PLO 8, so it's 8 or better. And you want 5 cards lower than 8, 2 have to play in your hand, or better, which is so now we have a qualifying low. Ace deuce would be the best qualifying low. Will doesn't have that. No one else has that. Chase has 3 deuce, which is the best low now, and he has outs to the best low. So you're going to see Chase
But
in this
it's
hand.
showing. Oh, I
It's
see.
just
Okay,
showing
he's
the
got a
high,
check mark.
sadly.
Yeah.
Javier flopped a straight, and there's no diamonds and no hearts.
So in this game, you don't want flushes or straights.
For your lows, flushes
just
and
want-
straights don't count for lows.
Yeah, you just want lows.
Will is the best, right?
Yeah.
So
Oh,
the
okay.
lowest low.
Gotcha.
And all the lows seems like they folded out. So really, Javier's got not a bad low either. He still has a straight. Dude has a 73 low, which is what he's playing now. So 3-7 low. Javier and Dude are essentially have the same straight. He's got to let it go because it's just too hot. Dude's gonna scoop this pot. And he played that game very, very well. So the game that he called, obviously he's gonna play well if he has the cards. And he did just that. So people in the chat, what's your favorite game? If it's a game we haven't heard of, let us know.
How much is it for free to play over here?
Yeah, I mean, I started off playing with my parents. You grab all the pennies and all the nickels and dimes,
Yep.
and we play that.
Same as me. Yep.
Yeah. And my kids, my son also plays poker. Pretty good tournament player. A lot of his buddies also play, Bryson
okay.
and Ethan.
How old?
Both 19 years old.
Okay.
Good kids, good kids.
What's the age limit in the rooms around town here? 18 or?
18
Okay, so they can play in the
for
tournaments
everywhere,
this
but
year?
I think TCH you got to be 21.
Ah, okay.
So they're bringing it back in. So there's a little bit of a
Uh-oh.
misdeal here, but
sorry,
they're bringing it
hiccup.
back in. We're going to do it again.
So how late do they go? Till 10 or?
Till 10, yeah. We're
Yeah.
going to be streaming till 10. So
So about little
about
over an hour
9, between 9:15 and 9:30. Make sure that you're on, and make sure you get all your friends on to watch between 9:15 and 9:30.
Oh, wow.
Ronaldo says he just likes playing 1-2 Hold'em.
Me too. I don't want to learn anything new anymore. I've tried. I was just like, no. I lose too much money. Now, they have said that there's a really super friendly mixed game here at Peaks that for beginners. So I may come try it one day and see. But they said it's super friendly for those that are trying to learn how to play. And I don't have a firsthand knowledge of that, just what I've been told. So maybe one of these days I'll come try and just check it out.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Sounds like
The limit game?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think
Yeah.
that's good.
Sounds like I'd be leaving with a headache, though. But
Yeah, my best game is 7-card stud or Raz, any of the 7-card games.
yeah.
I used to play pretty, I know it sounds weird, pretty high limit back in the day. They don't
Mm-hmm.
really do that anymore.
So is B Dog a child of yours?
He is a child, but he's not mine.
Oh, okay, because it says me and Ethan are awful kids. Don't lie. So I thought maybe he was.
I used to date B-Dog's mom back in high
Okay,
school.
hey
Yeah.
now.
So it's a little awkward, but they still hang out.
I'm still not believing. I'm not believing anything he tells me anymore, you guys. So
No,
I'm just
no,
gonna
no.
like agree. Okay,
You're
yeah,
right.
sure.
I never dated his mom.
See
But,
there? You're busted now.
all right, she got me. She's on to me, guys. She's
That's
on
right.
to me.
It's over now.
Ace Queen. Hi. Chase is just trying to hit that straight, that gutter. Will gets rid of his nit. I mean, does that Will's got to be down a little bit, right? I mean, he's came back a little bit too.
Got it. Yeah, I had a couple. Let's see. Mikey.
Will's back. He's even. He's about $75 ahead.
Yeah.
The biggest loser right now is our villain. He's down 1,000 with that big monster ace king versus king hand.
Yeah. So Mac is not in the lead. He's got a little ways to go there to get in the lead.
Yeah, let's look at stack sizes again. I think Chase has got a monster stack now at 22.
Yeah.
And Mikey's sitting at 17. Mac's in third place at 16. Really
But he's
good.
in second place as far as amount of money won.
Right.
Mac is. So, or he was. Maybe that flipped just now.
I think he's still in second place. Looks like dude raises to 35. Kind of folded over to him. A villain calls on the button. Or the small. With 85 suited. This might be a really interesting pot here too. A lot of texture, a lot of dynamic on that board. If it comes straight, it's going to be straight cards. It's going to be a banger. So villain has a flush draw and a straight draw.
Mm-hmm.
But dude's flopped an ace, so you're going to see a bet here from dude. And dude just opts to check.
Wow, I'm surprised by that, to be honest.
He's trying to hold pot control. That 9 comes on the turn. It might have changed some stuff. Not much for my villain. He's going to go ahead and lead out for, looks like 25. Just a small bet.
Mm-hmm. Can't see dude getting away for 25.
Not for 25, right?
Yeah.
And he's chopping in almost any ace.
Right, right.
Ace king's probably out. Ace queen's already out because there's no pre-flop raise. So his ace 10 might be good. Oh, two pair. Two pair might get him in trouble here.
Might very well get him.
$100 instant flip in flush. Dude hates it.
Yeah.
Dude hates it. Dude hates it.
I mean, there's no getting away
So
from
that river is just
though.
terrible.
Yeah.
And villain drags almost a $400 pot there, 428.
Yeah, perfect river card for him for sure.
Yeah. You know, and dude might be right of not raising it. If he raised it, he might have been committed a little more, and the pot would have been a little bit bigger.
You're right.
Villain could bet a little bit.
Yeah, you're right.
If an ace is in there, that probably has two pair for a non-raised ace.
Yeah, and you never know when the board pairs too. I mean, that can do all kinds of wacky things, you know. So yeah, he's smarter than me.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if villain thought about the hand a little bit, he would have realized that two pairs probably in that combination.
Yeah.
Ace 9 is going to give him a raise, but other than that, everything else is getting called.
Yeah, good point.
So, you know, when you're playing a game at this level, you really want to think your hands through. It's okay to take time. It's okay to consider what's going on and really process what's up. I think a lot of newer players make that mistake of just not considering how the story is being unfolded. And you got to make sure that you understand the story. Brad's going to go ahead and raise here. It looks like 150 with King Jack. What's dude going to do? Dude calls with Ace Queen. Yeah, I think he's tired of everybody's trash. And then it's just villain. Villain, even though he has button, he cannot call a Jack 10 there. So dude doesn't know it, but he's way ahead of Brad, and Brad's in super early position.
Until
Brad flops
the
king.
He sure does.
Dude's just running bad right now.
Yeah, he's having a rough go.
What do you do here? Do you float and steal with the spade?
That is such a tough spot.
Ilya says he's not our villain. He's not the villain. He's our villain. You're right. He's our villain.
There you go.
That spade gets there on the turn. Would Brad continue to bet even though the spade comes out? He's got to put dude on that spade, right?
I mean, one, you know.
But not both?
Yeah. It's tough to have, to have both, really. I mean, obviously it happens all the time, but I don't think it's an audit, but the board is paired too, and there's a
Right.
lot of stuff out there.
And dude probably would have raised Brad or with Kim Jam with 2 spades, right? An ace of spades. He would have
Probably
raised
so,
him.
yes.
So Kim Jam's going to go ahead and bet again, and that might just be too big of a bet for dude to call. We'll see how big this bet size is here. And dude's going to process this hand. He's not wrong to call or fold. He's got 1 over and 11 outs for any of the spade, or 10 outs, or what, 9 outs for the spades, 2 for aces, 3 for aces, and ace of spades. So if you're in the chat, you're watching this, what do you do? And I'll tell you right now, you're not wrong either way.
You're probably right that there's not a wrong answer. It's a tough spot.
Wow, dude makes the call, guys. We're going to see a river. We're going to see a really, really sick river here. Look at that.
Oh, that is a really sick
Look at
river.
that. Kim gets completely unlucky, and he moves all
in.
Dude has to call. He calls.
Of course.
And he sees the hand, and Kim is just like, wow. Kim had to know. Oh, my gosh. Wow. It would have worked if that ace did not connect. But what is calling you on that river? Kim made a really bad bet on that river. It's probably going to go check on that river.
I would have thought check.
There's nothing wrong with a check here. Dude just makes a massive call and hits that river.
I don't see where it says the size of that pot. Does it say? We must have missed it. That's all right. Wow.
Wow, what a pot.
Wow.
What a pot. Now dude is playing the game
finally.
Dude is playing the game that I really probably would have put him on. Like, that's the kind of player that I would have said that he is. I haven't seen it. We've played together a lot. I haven't seen it, and that is exactly the right way to play. Geraldo, that would have been a tough call. That would have been a tough call.
Definitely tough call.
Again, it was 50-50, not a bad call, not a bad fold.
Speaking to what you had mentioned a few minutes ago about, taking a minute and really thinking about the hand or whatever. Not only do you have to take a minute and think about the hand, but you got to think about the next street too.
Yes.
What's going to happen on that next street, and then if that was only from the flop, what's going to happen on the, on the river? There's, you got to really kind of think it out sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I mean, what happens on the next street? Do you get called? Do you get paid off?
Right.
If your card comes, will you get paid?
Right.
Kim Jam may not have paid if that spade came off. That was probably the perfect card to get it in there.
Agreed, yeah.
Because Kim Jam obviously put him on spades.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, because there comes a time if you're going to end up all in, like if you're committed to the hand and you're going to end up all in anyway, sometimes you just got to go ahead and put it in. And, I mean, it's tough, but because, you just hate to see a really bad card come, and then you have to make a decision, So if you either made your decision and stuck with it or torture yourself. So Mac's just calling with 2 10s.
See, I don't know what Mac is doing.
Yeah, that's just a highly unusual from what I've seen from his play.
But if he's trying to mix it up against these players, these hyper aggressive players, it might not be a bad play.
It is not a bad strategy against hyper aggressive players for sure.
So Chase raises it with Queen Deuce to 20, and our villain calls for 20.
So now at that point, having the smallish raise, Mac also had the opportunity to re-raise, and I might have taken that opportunity to re-raise.
He had 2 shots, and he didn't. He took neither one.
Right.
Our villain is probably going to call there for the gut shot. Mac is way ahead. Our villain still has that gut shot 4. Chase is just holding a deuce. Oh no! Chase gets there with 2 pair on the river. Mac can't. Mac puts in a bet. He leads out when he's behind or makes that call.
Yeah.
Just so sick. And Chase is just smirking. This is not good for us, guys. Ace High Social wants to give away money, and Chase is just robbing it from Misty's dad.
From Misty's dad.
It's not good. All right, knit buns are back out.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, that probably was one of those places where you need to be a little more aggressive and
yeah, if
try
Mac
to
was more
just take it
aggressive,
down.
This might change Mac's play style.
Mhm.
Just that hand loss. So we'll see how it goes.
So, for you personally, if you had like a bad night the previous night, does that affect your play on the next day, or you just wipe the slate clean and start over?
You got to wipe the slate clean. You know, my wife is a great support system. She it does a really good job of encouraging me to get back on the horse and do what I need to do.
Yeah.
But having the family issues cleared up, having you know, if you work a real job cleared up, it allows you to come back and play correctly.
Yeah.
If you feel as though you took a really bad loss the night before, it's not a problem to wait a couple days and come back. But I always try
don't
to
let
get
it
back
affect
on.
your play
Try
the next time you
yeah,
play.
we're talking hand sizes over hundreds of thousands of hands.
Yes.
So that's really what you need to look at.
Right. Yeah, no, I agree. But you sit at the tables and you just hear people about whining about, oh my God, yesterday, blah blah. I'm like, I couldn't tell you one single hand I played yesterday.
Right.
When that hand is gone, it is gone.
And that's the right mentality to have.
I remember our last hand last night because it was crazy, or So that's somewhat of an exaggeration.
I think that's the right mentality to have. It kind of resets you.
Yeah, the more you beleaguer over the bad beats you had, everybody has them. You just have to weather the storm and just keep going. And if you don't have the bankroll to do it, that's another story.
Yeah, and
play
really
within your bankroll.
Yeah, Chase shows his hand at King 8 just to get rid of the nit.
Yeah,
no one really had anything.
Yeah, nothing there.
And it's really bankroll management, right? So
yes,
don't try to play out of your league. It's fun watching the 2-5 game. It might be fun watching this 1-3 if you have the opportunity to take a shot. But to really play the 1-3, you probably want to have in your bankroll at least $3,000 to $5,000.
Absolutely.
It's okay to take a shot when you have 2,000. Buy in short and try to double. That's great.
Yeah.
The 1-2, you probably want to have about $1,000 bankroll, $800 bankroll. I want to say.
I agree.
And you could play there.
I will say the one thing that I am very good at is I bring with me what I'm willing to lose on any given day. And depending on the game, it's going to be different amounts. It might be just a random day. I might just take 500 and then next might be 2,000 the next day, depending on the game. But I only bring what I'm willing to lose that day. And if I lose, I do not go to the ATM. I do,
Yeah, that's right.
It's just
that's
done.
Smart.
I just get up and go. It's like, okay.
So, but you and I are what we would probably consider semi-regular players, right?
Yes.
So if you're in the chat and you're listening for a 1-3 game, how big is your bankroll for that? What do you believe that you need for the bankroll? If you're newer to the game, I think you need a bigger bankroll. If you're not so new and you've played a lot of poker, I think you need a smaller bankroll. I know that sounds. The strategy behind that sounds weird, but you know that you're not calling off on a lot of mediocre hands. You're playing pretty good hands. Will has aces on the button, and he just got 3-bet to 175.
Yes, he did.
So this might be a pretty big hand too.
Maestro's got 10s, so yeah, that's.
What do you do here on the button with aces? I think a flat call is not bad. He just ships it.
I was going to say, I don't think either play is probably. Because aces do get cracked a lot.
Really?
But, they do.
Yeah. Okay, I see that.
So I don't think either. I don't think any way to play that was wrong.
So Maestro's got to be thinking, okay, he's got the knit button on the button, but Will hasn't gotten out of line.
No.
And all in doesn't make sense for Will's play.
It does not.
So if you're on the button when you're aces and someone raises with 10s, it's okay to flat.
Whoa, he called.
Dude gets called.
Wow.
Calls quick aces, and they're probably going to run it twice.
And he was probably thinking exactly as you were. He's on the button. He's,
Yep.
Why such an overbet?
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
You're right. That could be the other optic, right? You level. Oh my gosh!
See, I told
just
you.
Just flops the 10.
Correct all the time.
Oh my gosh!
That is so sick.
Turns a boat.
Bills. Oh my goodness.
I want to puke right now. I can't believe that, Will.
Oh my goodness. See, I told you.
They're going to run it twice. So,
okay.
dude obviously wins the first. Let's see. The other 10 can't come out, right? Don't do it. Don't
Oh
do it
my
straight.
gosh, don't even. There's ace.
Flops.
Okay.
Turn the river's the ace. So it's a chop pot.
Gosh. Wow.
Wow. You're right. I mean, results are aces got cracked.
Yeah. That's why I said either way you go is probably not wrong because they get cracked every single. People are so shocked when their aces get cracked. And I'm like, why? They get cracked every single day, you know. It is the best hand, but you certainly don't want to be playing against more than one player probably, and then even I don't know, that was just sick there for that 10 to come out right on the flop.
Yeah. Yeah, the best part about peaks is if you really go, there's a bridge not too far from peak, so your ace to get cracked, you probably just jump right over that bridge.
There you go.
Captain Underpair says 3K is what he'd want.
Yeah. I kind of think 3 buy-ins is kind of a standard.
Right. 3 max buy-ins would be great.
Right. 3 max buy-ins.
3 max buy-ins would be great for this game.
Yeah. Even for our game last night. I mean, I think, that's only 1,500 for 3 max buy-ins for the 1-2 game, but 1,500 is a lot of money, you know.
Yeah.
I think that's a good standard or good stage for that game as well.
And these stack sizes are great too, right? So you have an opportunity to win a lot of money in a 1-3 game, not having to go into the 10,000, the 5-figure bankroll for the 2-5.
Right.
So, Captain Underpairs, what bankroll do you need for 2-5? Do you believe 2-5 or 5-10? Since you said 3,000 for a 1-3. I'd be curious to know what you thought there.
Yeah, so if you get into like a match stack or something like that too, boy, I don't know.
Chase has the diamonds here, and Mac has middle pair with 9s. Well, Chase turns the queen, but our villain has a straight draw. Nothing gets there, but Chase wins with the queen. Yeah. He's probably going to check call here, but I don't think there's going to be a bet.
I wouldn't think so.
No. Our villain just shuts down. Between now and 30 minutes from now, you want to make sure that you are online. And we're going to pick one of you to win 5% of max winnings.
Woohoo! Only if Mac's ahead, though, right? Only if he's the chip leader?
Oh, nope. It doesn't have to be chip leader. Just whatever he's won. Whatever.
Well, that's what I mean. Whatever. He doesn't have to have the max or the best winnings.
No.
I misunderstood the rules there. Okay. I got you.
We're giving away 5% anyways.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, this has been fun sitting in here with you. Has to have been more fun than just sitting in here by yourself. I hope.
I usually don't wear any clothes when I'm here by myself, and I sit in that chair.
Oh my God!
So good luck to you.
I assure everybody he has clothes on.
But no, hosting with someone is a lot nicer than hosting by yourself. You end up just talking to yourself a lot.
Right.
You feel like someone underneath the bridge at Harry Hyde's, but it's nice having you in the booth.
Well,
Thank you so much for joining us.
No, it's been fun. Like I said, you're not going to get any expert analysis from me, but I'll play along as I played along all night with all the lies.
It's great getting your viewpoint on it, right? So it's really nice on that.
Well, and I think I have a different viewpoint because I play at kind of a lower level than a lot of other people maybe, and so sometimes my viewpoint is not exactly correct, but it is the way sometimes a lot of 1-2 players think, so.
So we've got 2 flush draws on both boards. And probably 2 straight draws on both boards here.
Probably. Yeah.
You know, that's not bad too. I mean, I've never from a I've played with against females on in poker. Older females for me are harder to play against because
Oh yeah.
they're either very aggressive or fairly passive,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't know what they have because they don't like to show their hands,
Mm-hmm.
but they usually have it.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got to make a big call when they don't have it.
Yeah.
So that makes it really, really tough.
Yeah, I mean, there are times I get away with murder, I can tell you,
Yeah.
because they just don't expect it. All right, so commentary's been fantastic tonight. Thank you, Misty, and thank you, Gerardo. Said absolutely. Y'all are very kind. All right, what do we got going on here?
Sevens pairs the board. It goes the other way.
I was just going to say
right?
they needed to be in reverse, didn't they?
They needed to be in reverse, and we would have hit those flushes.
Yeah.
But now we've got double flush. This could be a lot of action here. The only flush that we have is Nate, and he's got a set of 5s on the bottom, and he's flushed up. If this pot doesn't get bigger, I'd be pretty surprised. He went ahead and capped it, and Max got to make that call with a 9-8
Mm-hmm.
and an ace and a queen.
So there wasn't a heart draw, right? No.
So it's going to be a set of 5s on the bottom, and Max got the 9-8 for a straight on top.
Mm-hmm.
Captain Unpair says on YouTube, "Hey, I don't play 2-5. We played together at Peaks. It was fun playing with you. But he wants about 20 buy-ins.
Oh.
So that's not bad."
Yeah.
And then Vivian says, "Different viewpoints are still helpful and valid. Enjoying the levity and the collective love of the game." Yeah, that's the thing probably about poker players. I've met some really good ones.
Mm-hmm.
Some great connections, some great people,
Absolutely.
some lifelong friends.
Sure.
It's like a network on a different level,
That's why I enjoy doing commentary, because I just love the game. I love to see all the different sides of it and everybody else's opinions, and I like to watch when I'm on stream and hear what people say about my play, so I learn from it. And it's just, Mike Sexton hit it on the nose when he said it's a minute to learn and a lifetime to master, because you're just never not. If you're ever not learning in poker, then you need to just not play. I mean, it's just have to learn all the time.
And maybe I've told my son this. I was like, if you're not completely white and your brain isn't exhausted, you did not play a great game of poker.
Yeah.
Because you should be able to see everybody's tell, everybody's reads, how they're holding chips, how they fold. Just diagnose it all and overanalyze it all, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Hi, Mediocre Poker. Good to hear from you. Man, Shaun. That's pretty funny. They said great stream.
You're hilarious, Mediocre. We're not
best,
putting you in the drawing for sure.
That's right.
I'm kidding. Jack 10 for our villain with another flush draw against a 10-8. Kim Jam went ahead and bet. I'd probably see a raise here. Yep, sure enough. Our villain does put out some raising chips, and Kim Jam just cannot make this call. He's going to Hollywood a little bit and then fold.
It's not a bad play betting into
Not
our
a bad
villain,
play.
because he's been so aggressive that.
Yeah, not a bad play.
However, he just has nothing. I mean, literally nothing.
Yep, and shows the net and folds. So the net does go into play. I mean, if Kim Jam won that, he would have flipped over his net and showed his cards. So.
Yeah.
It does keep the action going. They also have these little clear buttons that they can show their hands with the little clear lamers. So
do what?
Yeah, there's those little chip spacers that they use.
Yeah.
And each player has one. So if they want to see a winning player's hand, they just throw it at the player.
No, you're being serious now?
Yeah, I'm being serious here.
Okay.
And they have to show their cards.
So he really wanted to know what his cards were on that
He could
hand.
have.
He could put out his little thing,
Yep.
and you just get one
You
for
just
the
get
whole
one for the
night.
whole night.
Oh, have you noticed anyone using one tonight?
I don't. I only see maybe 3 or 4. I see Kim Jam has one behind his. next to his
I
zip button.
see now. Okay.
Yeah, Javier doesn't have one. And
Okay.
Will has
Oh, I
one.
see one kind of hiding
Yep.
back there.
So looks like Will raises here with Ace King. Mac calls it with my favorite hand, 7-5, and Mikey probably makes a call here with Jack 5. See, so if I'm new to this game and I want to kind of stay in the radar behind the wings, I'm only probably calling or raising with suited ace, like an ace suited.
Yeah. So
I
actually,
don't know if
Mac 3-bet there to
Oh,
45.
Mac 3-bet to 45.
Yeah.
Are we going to see another 3-bet on Will's side? I think he should raise this.
I would definitely raise this.
He's got to charge Mac for a hand.
Yeah, I would. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I just happened to notice that
No,
3-bet.
I didn't even notice that, but that's
I wanted to.
Yep, looks like Will is going to make a raise. There's a collective sigh from Mac.
Okay, 175.
And Mac's probably going to make a call.
That's a significant.
Oh, Mac did the right play. He did fold.
Okay.
And Mikey folds too. And Will has to show. If he doesn't show. Okay.
Yeah, he showed. Yeah.
He showed this time. He remembered.
Yeah, last time he's like, I don't want to show.
Yeah.
Zeal says pick him to get the 5%.
Yeah, so if you guys don't know, I'm giving away Ace High Social is giving away 5% of Mac's earnings tonight. So we're really hoping that Mac does well. There's no cap to it, so if Mac makes $10,000, giving away 5% of that. So Mac, run it up, buddy. You got
about an hour, or let's
about
see.
an hour.
About 40. Well, but we're going to stop at 9:30, right? So, really 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's got 15 minutes to rack it up for you guys.
Come on, guys. Cheer Mac on.
Okay, so it looks like we're at dealer change here again.
Yeah, this is the flip.
Yes, so this is the flip.
I know, Arado. We're really rooting for him.
Go, Matt, go.
We're at hand 49. So hopefully I think we're going to get about maybe 55 hands tonight if we can.
Is that average for a stream, do you know? I don't know what the average is.
I think the 1-2 stream you're averaging a little bit higher, maybe 70.
Oh, okay. Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, the dealer choice slows things down quite a bit.
Okay. Oh, so the play ends at 9:40.
Hey, Joseph the Rag is watching us.
So Eric said the play's going to end at 9:45. The stream will end at 10. So
I almost busted the Rag's ass yesterday with Queen 10 of Diamonds. That's when he turned around in his chair. So if you haven't seen that, go see it. Yesterday's stream was a 1-2 stream. I played with Miss T. She joins me today in the booth. Anybody?
So Juan Corber's put on his here that he hasn't come to play at Peaks in a minute. Better come on. Have you come since the new owners have bought in and made all the improvements and whatnot? If not, you need to get on, or regardless of when the last time you were here, you need to get on back over. So Eric says average on Hold'em 25 hands an hour. I didn't know if on the stream it was a little bit less, or I was just kind of curious if maybe that was a factor at all.
We got two flush draws, one hit on the bottom. straight for the top and nut flush or second nut flush on the bottom.
Yeah.
So it's just chop it up. Joseph, it's great playing with you too, buddy. God, I should have busted you that hand. Can't even think about it.
Yeah, that has definitely been a fun game, Joseph, for sure.
Thanks everyone for tuning in. We're just a few minutes away here from choosing a winner. Are you ready to do this, Miss T?
Sure.
You gotta help me out.
All right. I don't know what you want me to do, but I'll do it, whatever it is.
Because what I'm gonna do is I need to type all their names into this randomizer.
All right.
So
let's just start here.
And we get the chats from both YouTube and Facebook. So it doesn't matter where you're watching. We can see you chatting it up. So are you guys ready to go? Put your name in to the chat, just the first name into the chat. Miss T is going to read out your name to me. We're going to go on mute. Miss T is going to read out your name, and we're going to put you in the randomizer for 5% of max earnings. You ready, set, go. 5%, put your name in the chat. All right, guys, put your name in the chat. We've got quite a few right now. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 people, 8 people that we're giving away 5% of max earnings to. So Mac is up. He's up quite a bit. So we want to give Ace High Social is giving away 5% of whatever Mac has earned at 9:45 tonight. So you have just 3 more minutes to put in your name. Put in your name to chat. Calling down to Peaks. We're gonna play after the stream. So you're gonna meet me. Miss T's gonna hang out. You're gonna meet her. Say hi to her before she goes. We want to meet you guys. We want to say hi. We love our Peaks family. There's some really cool gear and swag. Maybe they're doing the promos. They're doing a high hand, aces full of kings.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
$250 for just getting a high hand.
Yeah.
I mean, that's no brainer.
Twice last night I needed an 8 of clubs for a straight flush. I couldn't get it to get that high hand. It's the same card both times.
It's just one person per chat. So you can't add someone's name on your behalf, but you've got to put your name in the chat.
So Eric just commented that we've got 3 tables going right now. So.
3 tables at Peaks.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Come on down to Peaks. I'm going to put a ton of money on the table. I'm going to play as late as I can tonight, and I want you to play with me. Ace High Social is giving away 5%.
Okay.
Got it. Ace High Social is giving away 5% of max earnings.
Okay, we're getting a little rush here in the last few minutes, getting a few more names. So, got a few more minutes to get your name in here.
Check, show me. See an 8.
We would have loved to have you out here, man. Playing the 1-2, 1-3 out on the floor. We got 3 tables going over at Peaks. We got swag. We got pizza. Drinks are flowing. Red Bulls are here. We're going to try to be here all night. So if you want to meet up, a lot of the guys from Ace High Social playing over at Peaks, come on down.
Come on, get in on this high hand action.
Kim Jam has Ace Queen here, and he still has the knit button. So there's going to be some money put in the pot.
Yes, there is. You would certainly
100 to go.
And Maestro's got Ace Jack, so.
Is Maestro going to take some more money off of Kim Jam?
That's a good question. I mean, you wouldn't think he's dominated right
I
now,
think Maestro's good with his hand. I mean, there's no reason to probably call out of position here, you think?
Yeah.
But again,
he knows that he's got the knit button and is probably trying to get rid of it, so.
Yeah. He gets to see it anyway, so he doesn't have to worry about it.
That's true, too. Can affect the play, though.
Dylan has to fold. There's just no way he's calling with 10-9.
Yeah.
Pretty loose call to call there.
Okay, there he goes. Turns in his button. So does somebody lose now? Was that?
Yep, someone lost.
There was only one.
Javier lost.
Javier.
He puts in 45.
That doesn't mean we're on mute, does it?
No.
Okay.
That's
okay. Oh, got it. Okay. It's like I wonder if we're sitting here yapping to just ourselves.
Chase calls with A7, and Nate has a real hand. He raises up to 50. Nate's been fairly quiet tonight. I think if he hasn't played in Dallas before, this is welcome to Dallas, buddy.
So got about 3 more minutes to get your name in if you haven't gotten it in already. Then at 9:45 we'll see what our man Mac has.
Javier calls with Jack 8 in the cutoff. I don't mind the call. I may have probably put a raise in just to see where I'm at. But Nate's got a C-bet here.
I think that's your standard strategy.
Right.
Put in a raise and see where I am.
I mean, pre-flop, yeah, but on the flop, I mean, you miss like 60% of the time, right?
Absolutely, at least.
So maybe even on the flop, I might put another C-bet.
Yeah,
a raise on the flop.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to win every logical hand, if possible, in position. That is absolutely the key, because those situations are rare. So this is the first time we're going to play Congress. So it's 5-card low. In every other state, it's called Big O.
5-card low. All right.
The city of Dallas is called Congress.
I wonder why it got renamed in Dallas only.
Okay, so they're going to do 4-card high-low.
Oh, 4-card. Okay.
So now we're going to do a 4-card high-low. No cap, $5 bring in. 3 aces for Mikey. Terrible hand.
Yikes.
But we're playing low, so he's got all the lows. But all the raggedy cards are here, so it's probably going to be all paint. No, I was wrong. Ace 3 is no bueno. We're looking for a 2-3 or a... Right now, Mike has the qualifying low, the best low. ace six, and he has aces.
This is high-low?
This is high-low.
Oh,
He
okay.
might scoop this hand.
Yeah, could very well.
Mike's looking at 44%.
Yeah.
Everybody else is.
He's got a check mark there.
Yeah,
So
our villain is the only one that has outs to a flush. Nope. My villain misses, and Mike has a 100% win.
nice. So Zeal, you didn't send in your name when
Zeal,
we
you gotta
asked the
type in your name, man, or you aren't in the drawing. You've got. I'll give you 30 seconds to type your name in.
No, let's go. We need just a Zeal to put your name on the
Put your name on there quick, buddy.
rotation.
We're gonna spin the wheel. All right, 31 Zeal.
There
Oh,
he
you got
is.
him in. You got him in.
All right, good job,
All
good
right,
job.
Zeal. All right, guys, here we go. We're gonna spin the wheel.
All right, I'm verifying
Miss
here.
Z,
It's all on the up
spin
and
the
up.
wheel. You see
That's
everybody's
a cool little
name.
thing. Yeah.
Tap to spin. Boom. The wheel is spinning.
Does it stop on its own? Yeah, it does.
Stops on its own, and the winner is. Are you kidding me?
Vivian!
Vivian, you're the winner.
Good job, Vivian!
Vivian, you get a win. I just took a screenshot of that. You get to win 5% of max earnings.
I don't know if we could have done it, but can you do it so with the camera,
I
like,
wish I could
show
have
it
shown
spinning? Yeah.
the camera.
Because I know that it'll show us sitting here, so I
Yes,
don't know why.
I don't.
Yeah, we'll have to figure out how
We'll
to do
figure
that
out
for
the
the
camera
future.
next time.
Yeah,
But this is legit.
I've witnessed
She's
it. I
here to
promise.
verify. It's a wheel. We spun it, and Vivian, you're the winner. So
Yay.
9:45, we'll see
See how much Mac has.
how much Mac has,
All right.
and we'll go from there.
Good job. Good job.
So Ace High Social.
Let's take a look at what he has right now, just out of curiosity.
I think that's a great idea. So Mac has 536. He's up 500 or 636.
Yeah.
So we give away $30.
Nice.
Yeah. Let's look at stack sizes. Stacks are huge.
Yes, they are.
Eric, I agree. It's rigged.
Some big wins and some big losses.
25-24. Chase is up a bunch.
Yes, he is. That's nice.
Ethan says, respin it. You know what? Let's do that. Forget it. Let's respin it again. Doesn't count. Should have been one of your two sons. No, you know what? You guys are right. Screw it. We're going to spin again, and we're going to give away 5% twice.
All right.
So we're going to give away another 5%.
I like it.
We're spinning it again. Because I love you guys.
I'm going to hit the spin button this time.
You're going to hit the spin button. Hit the white part in the center of the spin button.
Good luck, everyone. Whoops. Spin. There it goes.
It's spinning again.
Ah, come on,
Miss T
spinner.
spun the wheel, and it is landing on Bryson. Bryson, you win another 5%.
All right.
So
is Bryson local guy? Is he a Dallas guy? Do we
Bryson,
know?
I'm not sure exactly where Bryson's at. I think he's
we'll have to find out from
another
Bryson
city.
how we can.
Bryson, I will contact you after the stream. You will send me a message, and I will find your Cash App, Venmo, or Zelle, and I will send you the money.
Yay! Congratulations, Bryson and Vivian.
Congratulations, everybody.
That was fun.
Kim Jam Un is with Ace Queen for 20. Get re-raised by Javier with King Jack. Javier is really just not getting the cards tonight.
Yeah.
And Chase has Ace Jack as well. So I don't know if Chase is going to call this. He's just a monster.
Yeah, it's winding down, so. So Chase, Mikey, and Dude Meister are the Chip and Mac are the top four. Curious to see where they fall on the aggression meters. We'll find out here in just a moment. So we got Javier and Nate.
Geraldo says, so the son and the wife win.
Chase.
Bryson isn't a son, thank goodness. But my wife did win. So
yes, she did.
the $30 will probably go to a Prada store somewhere. I don't know if you can get anything for $30 at Prada, but
No.
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 Okay. Well, that's disheartening.
Sorry to disappoint
I thought you could. So she's been going to the Prada store, and I thought it was just $30.
No, you're wrong. Way wrong.
So Brad just folded to King Jack, and Brad is being an absolute nit. Just folded for 50 more, and they're giving him a hard time. Mikey G raises to 40.
Kim, right? Kim
John. I'm sorry.
Kim
Kim Jam. You're right.
Jam, yeah.
I need to call him by the name.
That's okay. I just want to be sure I had the right person.
You're right.
In mind.
I'm not calling. I'm jamming.
Brad, if I squeeze you, you don't give me credit like you give him, right?
No, I'm calling you. I was about to rip it.
I rip with Jack by lots of the.
So they're saying they're seeing these hands, and they're just like, oh my gosh. The nit.
Gotcha.
They had to show the hand, so it's just like, oh my gosh.
Yes. Well, they probably are showing the game outside too, so maybe when they go for a break, they catch a hand here or there, and
Right. Great play by our villain here. He's got a bet. Open-ended. Can't believe that. Okay, that's right. Javier calls with a pair, and he's going to look him down with third pair.
wow.
Villain's still going to see bet, and Javier's probably going to make another call. Everything misses. It doesn't really make sense to Javier. 150 to call.
Yep, he's thinking it through.
He's got to think it through. This is the part where you have to process the situation. Flush doesn't get there. The straight doesn't get there. If you're going to call the turn, you've got to call the river. And Javier knows that. Our villain's just begging for a fold here. Please fold, please fold, please fold, please fold. Javier's got to just take some time to think about it. This is a mistake that a lot of 1-2 players make, where they are not going to think the process through.
And they're just like, there's no way my fives are good. Fold.
Yeah. No way it's good.
Yeah.
Fold. They're not thinking, what's the story like?
Right.
How did he craft that story? Does it make a lot of sense? You know? So good look up by Javier. Mac is won 626. Mikey G is up 13-30.
Nice game.
Next time,
Mikey.
guys, we've got to bet on Mikey G. I think that's our guy moving forward. So Ace High Social gave away 10% of Mac's earnings, 5% to 2 of our viewers. We're going to do it next week as well, so make sure you tune in. Same time, we're going to give away probably maybe a little earlier, maybe a little later. We don't ever know, but make sure you stay tuned.
So they're probably getting pretty close. A few more hands maybe before they're going to wrap up the stream at least. This has been a nice game, though. A good game. A lot of action. A lot of.
Look at that VPIP score. Kim Jam is at 18%.
Wow.
Man, that's like
no wonder they're giving him such a bad time.
they need to give him a hard time.
They do.
We need to play a VFIP payout game.
And our
that
villain
is terrible.
at 54.
789 Rainbow. Highly connected, but there's no flush out there.
Yeah,
Turn's got to be a flush draw. No.
Pair the board.
Pair the board.
Let's see what that does.
Yeah, Kim Jam is terrible, guys, with the VPIP there.
Well, I'll be a little fair to him. I haven't really focused in on, has he just not really had anything to even. We know he's been a little tight.
Yeah.
But he may not have had a lot to play with either earlier on. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to give him the little bit of the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, right. I mean, you just don't get anything to work with. And when you're playing with a bunch of aggressive players, it makes it tough.
Yeah, but so if you're playing with a bunch of aggressive players, should you be more aggressive?
In certain spots, I would say. I'm kind of the one that's going to play a little tighter, particularly when I feel I'm a little strong. Now, see, now I'm giving away my secrets to you, but and then because they'll do the betting for you, um, and then when you get to the point where you're like, okay, we're at the spot now where I need to jump in, and so yeah, that's a tough question. And I'm sure everybody has a different response to that too. I mean, a lot of people are just aggression, aggression, aggression. Always.
Right.
I don't care who you're playing, what position you're in, where. But I look a lot more at what position I'm in, who I'm playing against.
Yep.
That type of thing. So it's tough. That's a tough question to answer.
Well, look at Kim Jam now. He on the button, and now he's raising it with
Right.
10-6. I think
Right.
he's in these last 30 minutes, we're going to see some action, guys. So don't leave yet.
Yeah.
We're going to spin the wheel one more time. Vivian
right.
says give away her money. She doesn't want 5%.
Nice.
That's so sweet. So
That is sweet.
So Miss T, let's
All
spin
right,
it one
ready
more
to
time.
do it again?
Yep.
All right, here
I took
we
Bryson
go.
and Vivian out.
All right, they're out. So let's see what we got here.
Set of 4s from Nate.
Zeal! Yay!
Zeal, you won, buddy. Congratulations, 5%.
I hope he's still listening. He maybe got mad because he didn't win the other ones and tuned out.
Javier's got Jackson and middle set. So can Javier call that? No, he folds. But 10-6 here. Bad timing on Kim Jam's part.
Yeah, very bad.
And Nate just ships it in.
Well, sure. Why not?
Kim Jam can't call. He folds.
I mean, that is a board where maybe not a jam because there's no straights,
What are you
no
scared
flushes. Yeah, nothing to be afraid of.
Chase is still going to call. Might call here with open-ended.
Could very well.
Chase is up a ton of money, too. So there's nothing wrong with making this call. Do you make this call here? With open-ended versus a set? You don't know you're up against a set, but even if he has a king, you're still got outs. All the sixes are dead.
You're going to hate this answer.
Yeah.
But we're so close to the end of the stream, and he's booking a nice big win here.
Go ahead and let it go.
Yeah. Why risk it?
I don't hate that answer. I see nothing wrong with it.
Okay.
It's money management. It's totally fine.
Now, if we were like in the first hour, totally different story.
Go for it.
Yeah.
I see no issue with that. I think you're absolutely correct on that. I think a fold's good here, and he makes the call.
He does. Okay.
He makes the call.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that either. That's just what I would have done.
So they're going to run it twice?
Oh,
and he hits the first one.
Oh, my gosh. Do you believe it?
And they've chopped the pot.
Wow.
Smashes that first one. And that would have been the second biggest pot of the night, 21.81.
We did spin again, Vivian, and we had another winner
Zeal.
For Zeal.
So Zeal
took your winnings.
Zeal, if you have Twitter, go to Twitter and send me a message.
He'll be around. I'm going to text him right now.
Okay. It's you can send me a message at Ace High Shaun at Ace High Shaun over on Twitter. Send me a DM with your information and the way to reach you, maybe a text message, and we will send 5% of max earnings over to you. Thanks everybody for watching the stream. I hope you liked it. I mean, I love having Miss T in the booth with me. I think that she was awesome with the color commentary.
I had a great time.
Kim Jam raises again with ace queen. Chase is probably going to call with that 9-8 suited. Dude might call too with 8-7 suited. Will folded the jack 10. So we've got two guys with suited cards probably going to play. I mean, if Chase was thinking about calling with a open-ended wheel draw, he's probably going to call here too.
Two
oh, wow.
Nice little suited connectors.
Wow. So Chase has got a straight draw, and dude has a flush draw and a pair. Kim Jam goes ahead and bets 100.
Not only a pair, but top pair.
There's a call here, and there's another quick call from Chase. And that gives Chase gives Chase a pair, and dude now has a straight draw, but Chase ends up hitting just that 9.
Yeah, just the 9 alone did it.
Just the 9 did it, and he's ahead. Pot's a massive, almost a $460 pot.
Yeah.
And he takes it down with 9s. Oh man, look at that.
Wow.
What a brutal hand. Chase is running really, really well tonight. Maybe we should have picked Chase, huh?
I guess so.
So what's the total wins here we've got? Mac is at 626, and Chase is up 1,700 for the night.
Nice.
Kim Jam has really sprinkled in the party there with 1,450, and Nate.
Mac hasn't moved since we looked 30 minutes ago. He was at 626.
No, I think Mac is on that situation where you're talking about. Just book the win.
Yeah, right.
It's okay to book a win.
Yeah.
Well, highly aggressive table, just book the win.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, especially when you're only this may even be the last hand if they're doing. Is this a bomb pot or is this a dealer's choice?
This is a dealer choice.
Oh, dealer choice. I see the little cube.
5 to come in Omaha.
Okay.
I think no cap. That's what I heard. Dude's got great hand, I think. Ace, queen, 6s double suited. Chase has got queens, which is not a bad hand either. So this might be a pretty big pot for the night on this DC game.
No, I was trying to use it against him earlier, but then he told me all the scam. No, but you used it whenever I raised 7.
Wow, this might be a pretty juicy pot. Javier's got all the kings. That's probably a terrible hand. If you've ever seen a terrible Omaha hand, that is one of.
And he could have at least gotten the king that matched up with the ace.
Right, right.
The one king he's missing is the suit that he has the ace.
Our villain has a set.
Well, dude's got 53%, so he
Dude's
must
got the
have
flush.
Yeah, there you go.
Third nut flush here. And Max flopped a set too. He's going to raise it up. All right, guys, we want Mac to win. This has to be a big pot for Mac. Pair the board. Pair the board. Flush draw, let's go. And then villain calls for the set. He doesn't know how far behind he is. Does villain has any other outs? A wheel, maybe?
It's showing 10%, so there must be something. Oh, yeah.
Max got
Yep,
the 3.
you're right.
Just the 3, too.
Mm-hmm. And it looks like there's only one left.
Mac went ahead and bet 480. Yeah, just one out.
Wow.
Villain makes the call.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Case
Case 3 on the river.
You have got
wheel.
to be kidding
Are you
me.
serious right now?
One outer.
$2,122 pot.
It was showing all the other threes were
for the
dead.
one outer for Mac. That is not. Oh my gosh.
That's not even right.
That's insane.
This is the most brutal game ever. Wow.
Our villain doesn't know how far behind he was.
He does not. He has no idea it was one outer.
One out.
Yeah, I mean, he probably thought he at least had 4, or 3 or 4, 3 for sure, maybe,
Listen,
and then maybe even 4.
If you're watching right now, I was rooting for Mac so hard. I wanted you guys to win.
One outer.
1 outer. We literally have 10 minutes left in this stream.
Oh my gosh.
Just absolutely brutal. Just brutal.
Oh my goodness.
The only out that he could have had, just a 1 outer. I mean, not potentially drawing dead. You were drawing dead.
Yeah.
Our villain, you were drawing
1 outer.
close to that. That was just a miracle card. I mean, this changes the game, guys. Sadly, Ace High is not going to be able to give away anything tonight.
Oh my gosh.
Mac is down $403.
Down now.
I am so sorry, listeners and viewers.
Oh my gosh, that's just sick.
Was not. Oh.
That is just the worst. And we were just talking about a few minutes ago, booking the win.
Booking the win, book the win.
But I mean, come on, yeah.
Come on, he's top set against another. Yeah, it's just really tough.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's not a darn thing you can do about that.
Dude's got kings here, and he's got to raise it. But we just got to figure out how much he's going to make it. 115 looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Javier makes the call with 2 diamonds, and now he's got a straight draw with the 7. 3 outs. And this is really close to the end, so he calls the $80. That does not help him. He just has the 7 to hit.
Still the 7, yeah.
He has all in for 1,400, effective about 309 for Javier to call. Right. Javier obviously can't call this, but
you wouldn't think.
1 outer.
Ugh.
1 outer. I mean, if you can go back and watch that, that's just
1 out. I mean, we had already chalked the win.
Yeah,
out
we were just
Matt.
Matt, we're giving away $200.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh my gosh. Just insane.
You're going to run it twice. They're going to run it twice.
Oh, so he did call. Okay.
300 in, run it twice. Terrible. Terrible odds. Yeah.
That's kind of a nice, I don't know if that was the last hand, but that's a nice finish up for the Maestro if that was the last hand.
Yeah, our villain was down quite a bit, so I don't know if that puts our villain up a little bit. Our villain is almost unstuck, $27.
Yeah,
Mac is down 14. Chase is up $2,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maestro up 1,100.
Dude is up 1,100. So really good night.
Nice.
Dude played with us a few weeks ago. Didn't do so well then, but he's obviously got all that back and a little bit more.
Good, good.
So.
One thing I would say about him is that his play kind of matches his commentary.
Yeah.
If Tiny,
Solid.
He'll criticize you a lot while you're playing or whatever, but then you watch him play and he's all over the place,
right.
Which is great. I mean, I love it, but it's just kind of funny. But Dude Maestro is he's kind of very similar player to the way he commentates.
Kim Jam has my favorite hand, 7-5 clubs. And our villain has.
If I recall correctly, you got pocket tens to fold on to that 7-5.
I did, yeah.
I think that was.
Our villain doesn't know it, but he has the best of it.
Yeah.
Ace 5 of hearts, and they both hit the 5. I think you're going to see a check bet call here.
Yep, I would think so too. Zeal just put. He was like, "What happened to Mac?"
I know, Zeal, you had it.
Oh my goodness! It was a 1-outer, Zeal. I don't know if you saw it. It was literally a 1-outer.
1/3. You want me to go 2/3? No, 1/3. I made call. Okay, good. 40. 40.
Mm,
You want
he's-
me to call? I do want you to call. Why would I fucking 3-bet you and then bet flop if I don't want you to call? Check dark because it's someone calls 40. Now I'm gonna sign it up. What does he have?
Our villain went ahead and raised it to 700, so that means Kim Jam's got to call 650. So he made a $50 bet, got re-raised to 700.
He's doing a lot of check raises today. God.
Joseph says, "Let's go, Maestro."
Wait, 7-6 of spades? You really? I said too much, brother. Who else is gonna blow this up? No finesse right here. Flush out. Do we just have 150? You're good.
There's no call that's going to happen here. Good fold, Kim Jam. Good fold.
That one time. I don't have sense. Okay. I feel like you're so full of shit. God.
These 4 diamonds?
I thought he was full of shit. That's his superpower. You think he's full of shit? He's not. Last time I thought he thinks he's got 2 pair of better, he's full of shit.
Last time I thought he was full of shit, he was full of shit, but I couldn't call him a second pair.
When I call out your hand, you're denying. When I fucking force. He has 7-6 of spades. I was tipping it on me. He said what? That is 7-6 of spades. And then I'm not folding.
The left hand?
That's your, not for, that's 100. You got like $800. Huh? What? You got like $800. I'm not folding right now. You just went, huh? Okay. I think you had like 3 jack, but
Ramping up with the last couple hands of the night here.
Second to last hand. Next hand will be last hand, and then
Next hand will be the last hand. This is
Oh,
second to
okay.
last.
I knew we were getting close. I kept saying it's going to be soon.
Alright, 10 no straddle.
Jack
Got a
10,
lot of Broadway
and they
cards
got re-raised
in there.
from Kim Jam to 30, and then we've got all these callers behind, and everybody's gonna look it up here.
Yep. And I don't see anybody really raising it.
No.
Yeah, it looks like we're done already.
We've got $210 in the pot, and we're going 6 ways. Max got open-ended.
Kim Jam got 2 pair.
Turns a spade. All the kings are live, and maybe eights. Eights are live too, just to make Max hand. Max down 400 too, so we'll see. Max lets it go.
Kim Jam's in pretty good shape here.
Kim Jam is in
But
great
some
shape.
crazy
I
stuff
love
have
this
happened,
hand.
so
Yeah.
$150.
Nate calls with Ace Jack and loses. One pair, no good.
Yeah.
Mac would have made it straight, so that is inconsequential fold. This is the last hand of the night, guys. Thanks everybody for watching. We got 41 viewers at the end of the night.
Oh, nice job.
Great job.
We
They
tried
love
to hit
us.
50, but we didn't quite get there.
Yeah, I've got the face for radio, so that's probably why they tuned in.
Stop it.
So glad that everybody joined us. We're gonna go back on the floor and play. Are you gonna play a little bit, Miss T?
Probably not.
Miss T's gonna call it a night, but if you're already
Hang
here,
for a few minutes, but
she'll come out and say hi to you and welcome you back to Peaks. If not, come out and play with me. I'm going to try to give away more money. It'll be my money versus Mac's money.
I play that live stream on Monday nights a lot, so come on out and play that with me.
Get on the list for this Tuesday game and the Monday game.
Yeah,
If you do,
super fun.
Yeah, you can reach me at Ace High Social, Shaun at Ace High. And I can get you on the stream for Tuesday. Just tell me in advance. It books up super quick. So if you tell me now, I can put you at the top of the list. Chase makes it 120 for a 3-bet. He wants a big pot at the end of the night. Mikey's got 8s. So let's see how this goes. Max got 1 of the 8, so Mike's only drawn to 1-8. Max got a call. I mean, you're getting too many odds not to call. Chase has got jacks, and Mike folds. Mike books the win. Mike books the win tonight. He folds. Let's go.
Yep.
So Javier calls the 5-3. Let's see if we get some action going here. All spades.
Wow.
With a flop set. And Will Straddle has the nut flush against Chase's set on the button.
We have had some hands,
We've
haven't
got
we?
some monster hands.
Golly.
Chase goes ahead and fires all of it. $2,891 in.
Goodness. Wow.
Will is going to insta-call.
Of course.
Mac folds.
Oh, if that board pairs, that'll
That
just
board
top
pairs
off this
is
evening,
brutal.
won't it?
No pair. Run it twice. No. One time. Rips it. Will gets a full double. So he's probably unstuck.
Yeah, could be.
Let's take a look at the
Yeah,
wins
let's take
here.
a final look here.
Will Straddle gets unstuck, $200.
Good for him.
And Chase still books a win, about $2,000.
Nice.
Let's see if the numbers update a little bit. I think we've got to double check all the winnings here.
Well, sorry for all the people we spun your name.
Yeah, man, Mac.
Sorry for Mac, most of all, for his bad luck.
You know, yeah. He's got to pay the retirement home pretty soon, so that bill's coming up.
Oh gosh, that was just so sick.
That was ridiculous. What a hand! What a hand! Thank you everyone for watching the stream. Looks like they're gonna play one bomb pot. If you want to stick around for the bomb pot, more than happy to have you guys. If you're gonna come out to Peaks tonight, please do so. Please say hi to me. I want to make new friends. I'm new to the city. I'm actually a foodie, so if you have a good place to recommend for food for my wife and I to go find a good place to eat, let me know. I love food. You don't get a body like this by not eating it, eating food. So come out, say hi to us. Let me know your favorite place to eat, and we'll become best friends. Will's got so many chips that he can't even scan his cards. How terrible is that?
Isn't that
Still
just a shame?
chips. Thanks, Brian. Have a great night, you too, buddy. It was great having you on. Queens on both boards. Diamond and a flush. Double suited in diamonds and spades would be great. Our villain has the best odds. Chase has a straight draw on both boards. Our villain actually 18%. He's probably going to let this one go. It doesn't make any sense to call this. Go ahead and book a small win.
Yeah.
Ilya, it was awesome to have you here.
Oh,
thank you for commentating.
So much. Yeah.
Or thank you for putting your comments in the window. It was awesome. Hopefully you get to come down and see us over at Peaks. Get one of these cool pieces of swag here. More jacks and more paint on both boards. King 10 gets there on the bottom board. And Will also has a flush draw.
Yeah.
On the top.
Sure does.
Nate's got all the jacks. Javier cannot call. He's got all of his own outs. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
This one, I think. No, it's the 5-5 game. Everyone leaving? Oh, I guess it's right.
Terrible call. Don't call this, Javier. Put the money back in your pocket. Put the money back in your pocket. Don't call this.
Take that little bit home with you.
No, come on. Don't do it, buddy.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate that. He said we're killing it in the booth. That was
That's
very
awesome.
sweet.
Good fold. Good fold. There's more hands. Don't worry about it.
Sorry, guys. That's it, right? That's it. That's the cap.
He folded. Will is going to scoop.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he's got a flush on the top and a straight on the bottom.
Sure enough.
Scoops everything. He doesn't even know he's going to scoop. He's like, oh my God.
I'm still looking.
Yeah, oh my God, I scooped. So Will just booked a huge win tonight.
Yep.
The
good
last
for him.
4 hands, right?
Yeah, good
Of
job.
the night. Good job, everybody. Thanks for watching the stream. We'll see you guys next Tuesday.
All right.
You got Ace High Shaun in the booth and Miss T. So come say hi to us next Monday. We're going to play the 1-2 stream. And then obviously we're going to play the 1-3 stream. We're going to be in the 1-3 stream next week. Thank you so
Good
much,
night, everyone.
my guest hosts.
Of course.
Have a great night.
I literally just could like I'm gonna watch the stream. This game doesn't always fill up though. I'm gonna watch the stream back. I got like I want to guess maybe 9 playable hands. Yeah. Like it was 10-4, and there's so many spots where I wanted to like get spicy with it, and then it would just get raised to 60. Like 4-7 suited or like 6-8 suited. I wanted to get spicy.
I mean, I had to make some nitty folds in some places. It's just like the opportunities were.
I mean, yeah, I did. I probably did overfold in some spots, but
I didn't regret hardly anything.
I did
except
come
for the
with
one where I flopped freaking nuts 3 ways.
I did come with all the Is the camera off or still on? Are the cameras off or still on?
Nah, it's all.
No, it's off. What's the over/under me getting invited back? Because the plan was to blend up and
Find a few spots.
yeah.
This was an interesting one to try to do that with, though.
We had some fucking aggressive players here too.
This was the aggressive side, and then this was like.
No, I didn't show you the VPIP and everything.
No, we were
Last.
next to last. I was right after that, but I was about to say, 'cause I'm always up towards the top of the PFR, so which is what I want.
Actually, I can show you what the VPIP.
I like high PFR right up there to VPIP. I think I was about the only one who did that.